Friends, fans, and fine folk, grab your drinks and snacks and come on down to the Dash Oneshot. Hello everyone and welcome in, and everybody's hot now. Everybody's always hot. Someone say something.
Hi.
Something! Did I win? Was that the puzzle?
Yes, that was the puzzle. You
Yeah!
solved my word puzzle.
Do we level up?
In that you have to say words. Alright,
Are we
I'm
not
just going to
leveling
make
up?
sure that we're roughly at the same volume level. It seems like we are from my audio mixer. How's it going, everyone? Welcome, everybody in the chat. How you doing? Welcome along to all of my friends and fellow content creators around me as well. Welcome back to the birthday one-shot that I promised you over 6 months ago. I'm literally closer to my next birthday than I am to the birthday in which we did this. That's what you get when you're six very busy people with very busy schedules. So, for anyone who's joining me or has joined my stream since 6 months ago and doesn't know what I'm talking about, back in my birthday in April, I had a game show style stream where it was definitely legally distinct from The Chase, where these fine folk joined me and tested their wits in their knowledge of D&D against me as the chaser, as the dasher, the dungeon master, and they beat me in the end. Definitely fair and square, and I'm definitely not salty about a lot of the shitty questions being written in such a way that I should have technically gotten them right, but didn't because of technicalities, and definitely not salty about any of that. So they won. They earned 20 gold pieces, and then I gave them a menu. A menu of things that they can spend those 20 pieces on. So they could start at level at a higher level for this campaign by spending a relative amount of money. They could spend their money on getting magic items. They could spend it on all sorts of stuff. Thank you very much for the hype train that's coming in. They decided to spend 17 of the 20 gold pieces on starting at level 20. Which gave them only 3 gold pieces to spend on magic items. So they are level 20 characters today for a 3-hour session with only 1 uncommon magic item. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Yeah, one uncommon magic item.
So we're not sharing one uncommon magic item.
Yeah, we are sharing one that we are passing
items?
between the 5 of us.
I feel like it would have been funnier if like the one brain cell that we all also share.
Yeah,
Correct.
If you
it would be really fun.
Got one rare item between you to share. You have to
I would
keep
love to
passing
play a
Tossing
Jaeger
it
game at
across
some
comment.
point. Like a drift compatible game where 2 players control 1 character. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is Dave wearing a high-vis jacket? Yes, he is. No, he's wearing a safety vest, as we've discovered they're called in Canada.
Nada.
Wait, I'm sorry, did you call it high vis vest? Is that what you just said?
High vis.
It was either that or high
high
voltage.
visibility.
Is
Look,
that
you
not-
guys are the weird ones.
Wait,
Just
what do you
straight
guys
up.
call it
What does viz mean?
in your old
Viz.
states?
Visibility.
Visibility.
Safety vest? Or,
Yeah.
Safety
what do you
vest?
mean?
We're not getting into
Well, you
this.
guys can
We're not
hide-
getting into this for the
hide
3
this.
hours that we
Look,
have
you-
today, guys. So shut the fuck up. We're gonna start with introductions. Anyone who's joining me
That's
from
going on the list.
anyone who's joining me from these guys' communities. I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I'm a professional dungeon master, full-time TTRPG player, and I do various different D&D related things here on my stream, where you are right now. Let's go across, starting with my friend Sarah, Pixies and Pins. Where can people find you? What do you do?
Oh, hi. I'm Sarah Moore. You can find me on Facebook at Actor Sarah Moore, or on Twitter, Instagram, Ko-Fi, TikTok at Pixies and Pins, and every Friday night on twitch.tv/GenConTV at 5 p.m. Pacific, so I don't know what that is for over here.
Work it out. You got Google?
You have Google it. Yeah, I do an actual play called Sarah's Table, where I highlight indie games. And
Lots
this
of
week
fun
we're
games outside of D&D, and Sarah
yeah,
does a
I
good
have
job of highlighting them all.
I have Dag on this week to wrap up a campaign that is for The Crowned, which is a game that I wrote and is kickstarting now. So
There is a
go
Kickstarter
into it.
going right now. What's the link to the Kickstarter? What do they do?
I'll
Just-
drop it in the
just-
chat
Yeah, excellent. So go check that out, but not until after this stream. Then go check it
after
out.
the stream. After
Next to Sarah, we've got Dead Aussie Gamer. Who are you? Where's people
G'day,
finding
guys.
your face?
People can find my face over on twitch.tv/deadaussiegamer, but also all over the internet because I am like a cockroach, and the only way to get rid of me is to turn the lights on and off real quick. Right now, you can also find me, in addition to my own show, as Sarah mentioned, over on Sarah's Table for the definite 4-part adventure that I took place in, not missing a single episode. Over where I got to play Nelfast, the god of laziness, which we found out was actually just the god of burnout, which was very sad. Got a bit too real on that one. And you can also find me over on Careful Cantrip with Dave, playing Basil, my perfectly human wizard. Over there. So
you're on my stream currently. You're on Sarah's stream, and then you're on Dave's stream. So you're
just the people
who just a TTRPG parasite.
Yeah, just the people who love me and value me as a human. I mean, just saying, like.
That is correct. I do not ever want to back my stream.
I love the two responses. There's Mindari's response and there's Dred's response, which is like, ah.
It's almost like we're in an alignment grid right now.
Yeah, that's it.
Dred's down in one corner and Mindari's in the other.
And lastly, because I got one more thing, is this Sunday I'll be over on Quincy's Tavern playing the actual first character I ever played on an online stream. Captain Mutaru from the Adventures of the Windswift will be doing a tavern brawl on Sunday. So, yeah.
Jesus, Dag, you really get around, buddy.
It certainly does.
Talking about cockroach. Yep, I'm everywhere.
TRPG slut. Moving on to Dreaded GM. Right below me there, buddy. How's it going down there?
I'm so excited to be here to play with these wonderful people and to have you in the GM seat again. I think the last time you ran something was the big marathon game. I'm so excited. Hi, I'm Josh, the Dreaded GM. I'm a storyteller, voice actor, and GM with Dreadlocks. If you want to catch what I do, follow me on Twitch, where we run a game every Monday, which is Module Mondays, and I post like tweets and stuff like that these days. So check out my Twitter at DreadGM. And you can find out what I'm doing there. But I'm very excited to tell a cool story today with some level 20 characters. So, hell's yeah.
Wonderful. Moving on next to Dread GM, we've got DM Dave. Who are you? Where are you from?
Hey, yo, what up? It's your boy, Dab. Welcome back to the Rob Hartley channel. Guys, you're never going to believe it. If we hit 100,000 likes on this video, Rob's going to give away a free Xbox. There, I got YouTube covered for you, Rob.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, carefulcantrip.tv/com, whatever.
So good.
I do it.
Make sure to be like, everybody make sure to ding that bell.
Ding that bell.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Based on this graph right here. Rob, put up a graph. Only half of you are subscribers right now. What?
Yeah, these days, it's like, they're like, but before we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything.
Yeah, you gotta put it all in. You gotta preload everything.
Hit that bell and the notification right now, and you could win an Xbox.
That bell and the notification.
Given to you by Rob.
Welcome in, Potatosaurus. Thank you for the raid.
Rob Bucks.
Or you can just be nice to the bell.
Just
stroke the bell. Smack it like it owes you money.
Caress it. Love the bell.
Welcome in, Potatosaurus. I hope your stream was good. Welcome into a one-shot level 20 D&D campaign. This is quite a lot. We haven't even started yet.
Hello.
So, moving on to the last of our members, but not the least, Faye Mindari. What up?
Hi. Hello. It's nice to see you all. I'm Mindari, or as Rob said, Faye. It's interchangeable. Mindari is my handle. I make D&D content all across the interwebs. Predominantly on Twitch, and that name is spelled Mendarii. I do a lot of world building and homebrew writing, and I write some mechanics, and I talk about a bunch of shenanigans, and you should come check it out. I'm also doing a million things this month. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you should go check out my Twitch channel, and then also my Discord, so you can stay updated on all the stuff that I'm doing. Ding!
And you too could win an Xbox.
Oh, and also
Mindari's giving away an Xbox as well.
Last time I was on Rob's channel, I believe I was cosplaying as Rob.
You were Rob.
So tonight I decided to cosplay as Sarah.
Say that you robbed his look.
Boo. You start with negative inspiration.
No.
So So I think with that, I think we're about ready to crack in. Mindari, if it's possible to flick your volume up at all, you're a little quieter than everybody else.
Oh, am I a little quiet?
Yeah.
I can be louder. Hello.
Yep. We've introduced absolutely everyone. Not a single person got left out.
Wait. You got missed out. I know who it is.
Okay.
It's funny. I don't think he needs to though.
But he should.
Like, he doesn't need to. He's
What are you talking
here. It's his channel.
I know, but still.
Wait.
Rob literally
Are you
like
talking
said
about me?
stuff
I went
about what
first.
he's doing
Definitely,
at the
he
very
definitely
beginning.
started.
I went first.
Did
I'm
you?
the most important one.
Obviously,
It's my
Dag
channel.
and
Is it,
We're
I
not
thought it was a
paying
welcome more than it
No,
was
yeah,
a...
you did go
It's my,
first.
it's
Good
my
job
channel.
paying
I gotta
attention,
put myself
Writing that
there.
down.
The only one that was tricked was me.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody's on my channel. They know who I am. I'm Robert.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're gonna start this level 21 shot. Everybody, shut up. Thank you.
Did you get
I'm surprised.
music,
I'm surprised you guys actually
or-
did. No, there's no
I
music.
wrote-
I don't know
I-
music.
It's
I
just
got
gonna be
D&D
eerie
lo-fi on.
silence.
I don't
Cool,
know
cool,
how
cool,
to
cool,
do-
cool,
how to do
cool.
music for D&D.
Awkward
You
silence.
can have your own music playing in the
Is there a
background.
virtual tabletop that we should join?
There is a shut the fuck up. In a quaint little retirement village, a group of adventurers have settled down, ready to be done with their life of adventuring. We journey along this quiet country path, past a gnome and a halfling comparing who is taller, past a young man playing stick hoop, or whatever that game is called, where you hit a hoop with a stick, or hit a stick with a hoop.
The
Yeah.
old stick hoop
The
game.
old stick hoop.
Good old hoopy sticks.
We move past the training grounds where there's a young man training with his longsword in an attempt to better his damage output, and past his instructor telling another boy about capturing enemies alive. Well, no, obviously, if you want more than one attempt at it, you'll have to have a second net. Why would you think that you can use it again immediately after throwing it? It's ridiculous. We continue on deeper into the town.
Referencing all of these fucking dumb questions that we had in the first game.
I've got to say, Mindari, I've got to say, you picked up on that way quicker than I expected you would. Be ready for a lot more references. This entire one shot is baked. This entire one shot is baked around me including literally every question that was in the one shot. from
I mean,
before.
we could have scheduled
That's
this ages ago,
amazing.
but she wanted to really
I was
make
like,
sure
I
that
gotta
you
get
put
it.
them all in. So.
You got it.
We continue
Oh
on
my
deeper
God.
into the town until finally coming to a stop at a lovely little bakery. What is your bakery called, the five of you? You guys retired? Bought a bakery in a
Oh, we
quaint
own a
little
bakery.
I
retirement
want to
village?
steal. I want to steal one from the game that we played recently because it's pretty good, which is Critical Roles. I do like that one.
Go on
What-
then.
Oh,
You
I
guys
have
like
like
it?
a fucking like
Critical Roles?
list of all these different bakery names somewhere.
It's just called bread. It's just called bread. Just
Bread
It's called
Bread.
bread and butter.
bread and
That's
butter.
cute.
and
there's
butter.
I
like
love that,
there's like this
D&B.
and there's like this
It's a
blackboard
D&B.
like out the
D&B.
front which has like all these like like really cheesy pun names for like the daily thing. So like today's special
Cheesy
is
pun.
like $5 off the pasta of yeast resistance.
Yeast resistance.
Boo.
That doesn't
You know
sound
what?
appetizing.
Maybe no one
not
knows
sure I'd
the
buy that.
name. It's just the bakery, and so like people have different names for it.
Great.
So it's like
Good creativity.
Question to the
Yeah.
DM. Are the awnings about 2 to 3 feet by standard regulation?
Oh, you're one of the co-owners of the bakery, so you know that this bakery is up to scratch. Like
Up
there
to
is
code.
you have gotten the code right on this the awnings, of course. So what are you all doing within the bakery? What are your jobs? Obviously, Dave's character, who has a name, is called. Let's start with you, Dave. What are you doing as you check the awnings and the regulations?
Oh yeah, Gary. He's just making sure everything's still up to code. You got to make sure that regulation section 9.82564 is properly standardized. I'm watching all over these hooligans as they run around the bakery trying to make their baked goods.
What does he look like, Gary?
Oh, he's a human. He's slick back hair. He's a little bit off the top, as they say. He's got a pretty scraggly beard, very short cut. He's wearing a white shirt. Pretty much what you're seeing right here. That's
just
Gary.
immediately
Gary's just me. That's it.
Wonderful. Who does Gary see running past doing something in the bakery? Who's one of these guys? Bounce it to somebody.
Oh, I probably I think her name was Jacqueline. I don't know. I never understand the word that she's saying. But
You've been adventuring party members together for like years, to the point where you've retired and bought a bakery together, but you're still unsure of her name.
Well, I don't really pay attention to that. She's mostly
fair.
just because she says things, and I have no idea what she's saying most of the time.
What is Jacqueline doing in this moment around the bakery?
Jacqueline is the gal who works behind the counter. She is well versed in communicating with many different types of people. So she is very bubbly and kind of like has a little ponytail that is flicking back and forth, and she's wiping the counter down, and she's like singing a little song under her breath, and as she sings it, like she just keeps like swapping back and forth between like different languages, and like just like all the lyrics make no sense. Jacqueline, appearance-wise, sort of is wearing this like collared like blue corset and like just like some brown leather pants, and is a half elf. With like red hair pulled back and a little ponytail and a little headband that she wears around her head.
Who else is around Jacqueline?
I would say whoever is baking. I don't want to say who's the baker.
Assign who the baker is.
I don't want to assign that, but whoever feels like they would be that person.
All right, so in the back of the bakehouse, there is a quite imposing figure made of like kind of this white steel and gold that's kind of been over time just kind of dented and tarnished and sort of reset so many times that it kind of has this look of like twisted, cracked marble. It is not a suit of armor, but an actual warforged. This large, heavyset individual has removed his arm and has replaced it with effectively a whisk that you can see he's like kind of doing this huge cake mix bowling, like he's just mixing it up. And as this giant mixing bowl is being turned, Atlas, as is written on like kind of the back of his neck, turns and says,
"Know this, people of the bakery. We are elves all showed up."
He announces everything that he says with "Know this, people of the bakery." And then he answers, really,
yes,
that's our team name, People of the Bakery.
People of the bakery.
Who's moving past that gets splashed with some of your mix as you're whisking furiously?
I think it's probably Xanthi. Xanthi is a little bit of a thing. She's a halfling, and she decorates all of the pastries that that are baked
Very
in the back.
steady hand.
Yeah, and she's real quick with it, and she kind of is able to flip and dodge around what Atlas is doing in the back, so that by the time they're coming out to the front, they look delightful. She's particularly fond of putting little flowers on all of the things that she brings them out.
Like tiny little fondant flowers, or like icing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. All of them.
All of
sometimes just edible flowers, sometimes out of fondant, sometimes
Nice.
out of icing. Yeah, she gets very excited. Her name is a flower name. Her full name is Chrysanthemum, but she goes by Xanthi.
Oh.
Very nice. Chrysanthemum, Xanthi. All right, so as you're taking out this tray of new goods to be delivered to the front of the bakery, you pass by Dread. What do they see?
All right, Wolfwind is a wizard that wears a big, long green robe. But this Wolfwind has like big, long, shaggy hair where it's been burnt and singed a bunch of times. Parts of it missing from where he's lost hair from casting like dangerous spells. But Wolfwind is going to be in charge of the social medias and the marketing. So you see Wolfwind just currently like presiding over a piece of parchment. What should we say to get them in today? You know what? Let's just keep it simple. He moves outside, and as he does, he begins to ritual cast Skywrite. Rolls, rolls, rolls. Get your rolls here at you know where.
That's the only bakery in town.
Literally the only bakery. Where else do you think you'd get rolls from?
Yeah.
This sounds like a really long spell to write up in the sky.
It's just skywrites where to get the frame.
You have to,
like
you have to go up and erase it, and then put up the next couple of lines.
It's like blocking out the sun a little bit.
Rolls. Get your rolls. You know where, the only bakery in town. Like, why was the you know where important if you were going to then go say the only bakery in town? We have rolls, freshly baked. You can probably smell them.
He's got
edible flowers.
His wisdom is 10. He's just got intelligence, so
Yeah,
like
he's
his
basically
charisma is also 10.
Just make me one, maybe a straight wisdom check for me.
Wisdom check. Okay. Is it okay for real dice?
Yeah.
That's a 2.
All right. You after writing it out and kind of like squidging it in, it's like when you're writing and you haven't really adjusted for the pet site and it's kind of like all squidged at the bit and it kind of gets a little bit. You finish and you go, oh, and you realize you were facing the other way to the town, so now it's going to be upside down in the sky to most people in town.
You know what? It's fine. It's all about perspective, I guess.
In the bakery, that you have a couple of clients. One of them's just finishing up, getting some baked goods and leaving, and then the next one in the queue steps up. He's a young, timid-looking gentleman, pretty sly and slight in his appearance. He is new to the town. He arrived yesterday. You're pretty sure you remember his name was Seb or something like that. And he steps up to you, Nandari. He says, hi again. I really liked the buns that I got yesterday. I was wondering if you have nice buns. I mean, you have nice buns, but I mean, you have nice buns here in the bakery, and I would like to buy the buns.
Sandy's just gonna slide in and say to Jacqueline too loudly, I think he wants to sleep with you.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. This is.
I will respond. You said that Xanthi's a halfling, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn back to her in halfling.
I'm like below the counter, like you can't see me.
You just heard this voice come from nowhere.
I'm just gonna like keep smiling and making eye contact with this guy and being like, yeah, in halfling, I'm gonna say, yeah, I think so. Can you go get some food so I can, give that to him, please?
Oh, yeah. What should I bring? Buns? I'll bring buns that look like your buns. Yeah. I'll bring buns that look like your buns.
Perfect, thank you. You're so good at decorating.
I'd like to decorate some that look like the pants she's wearing.
Jacqueline's ass looks real nice.
Make a suitable
nice
check,
ass.
so like you can make it a dexterity-based thing, a dexterity-based performance if you like, or I'm not sure, intelligence-based sleight of hand, whatever you feel is appropriate.
Well, sleight of hand. Holy shit. Here we go. You ready for this? 36.
So, for some reason, you already had them pretty much pre-made. Like there was, you were working
every
on,
day I do, just in case.
You were working on
the
something
team.
very similar, and then you were like, you get like in Subway, they've got those racks of all the different breads. You're like, you get out the one that's labeled with with her name, and you're like,
I have Jacqueline's ass.
Jacqueline's.
So
I'm wondering if
if
it's like you've got all our asses, like.
Of course I do.
Oh, yeah, different body parts.
Listen, I have all of you inbred. All of your whole bodies. All of the time.
She's basically cast a clone on each of you, but made you out of bread.
So just this fluffy bun with just a flat white surface for Atlas, like just.
Yeah.
I sure do. Yeah, we're working on it. It's why I keep encouraging everyone to like do more squats. I'm like,
every day is leg day.
Mandari, can you make me an insight check, please?
Sure, I can make you an insight check. Hold on, there's too much dice in here. Hold on. Literally just bounced and then landed in a pile of dice, and I was like, well, okay, that's illegible. Oh shit! That's a nat 20, baby.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Start this off right. All right, so
insight total would be 24.
24. With a 24, you can tell that when you started speaking in Halfling, he could understand it, and he was trying to pretend like he couldn't.
Is he a halfling and we're just idiots?
No, it's just he's not. He looks to be a human guy.
Okay, good.
Doesn't seem like an adventurer type. He's kind of scrawny a little bit and sly. But yeah, he seemed to be able to understand it and then tried to pretend like he didn't.
Okay, well,
I'll say also within a 24, another slight tidbit of information you pick up on is his voice seems deeper than you'd expect for someone of his size.
Okay. Well, I will look back at him, and I will continue to be talking in Halfling, and I will say, "Oh, so you said you wanted some nice buns, right?"
Sorry, I didn't understand. What language are you speaking?
I think you know.
The Jacqueline ass buns float up above the counter as I just hold them up.
Oh wow, wow, that is impressive work.
He's very, very talented.
Yeah, it's quite.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Would
just
it make
real
you more
quick
comfortable if
clarification. Is this whole stream gonna be just you awkwardly hitting on Mandari?
I think it seems like it, yeah, because I'm trying to set something up and then interruptions keep happening. So yeah, it's just
See, the thing is
The
that
cinnamon
Rob
rolls
loves
have
himself
entered
so
the oven.
much, and then he wants to flirt with himself.
Yeah, that's all it is. You see that this guy kind of shifts in place a little bit, and as he shifts, you guys feel this kind of quake under the ground. And then the bakery starts to shake, and then some of the wall structure cracks. DM Dave, that's not going to be good for regulation.
I was going to say
all.
that's though that's against regulation 8.92. Clearly, we weren't using the same right tax on that one. Also, Wolfman really impact 27 point.
As you, for anyone who is around that has at least a +10 to their perception, you can tell that he was responsible for this because he had something with his. He did a little something very subtle with his hand as he sort of shifted in place, and this crack happened, and he goes, "Oh no! What on earth was that? It seems like a structural problem. Like this place might be a little rickety, and you might have to deal with it somehow."
Whoa
I'm
there,
tackling
bud.
him.
Hold on, we are directly up to code around here. I can verify
I'm leaping
that through and
acrobatically
through.
off the counter and tackling his ass to the ground.
Make me a check. Make me an acrobatics check.
Oh my goodness!
Tackling the ass man. What sort of a check would you like?
Like that,
Acrobatics?
man.
Yeah.
Acrobatics. Beep beep beep. La 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 la. 18 plus 11 is 29.
29 is very good, and as you leap, launching yourself and slamming onto his person, he seems like he is a lot more muscular than you'd expect from his person. He doesn't seem like it's an illusion, like he is still there, but he just like the inertia of his body. It's like he's denser than he should be.
Well, then I'm like on him like a little baby Bjorn.
You do. You tackle him. Poof! It steps him back a couple of paces, and then he goes, okay, interesting. And then he lifts up onto your back, and he just grabs you and pulls you off with strength that he absolutely should not have. He just pulls you off of himself and just like holds you there dangling. And
Hey,
he goes,
put my friend down.
Yeah, I'm gonna step up and we're like, you put her down, or I will make you explode.
very, very well. He drops her, and his other hand comes up to cast a spell towards you, Dread.
Yep.
You can make an Arcana check if you want to as a reaction to see what spell it is going to be.
Nope, I'm just gonna cast counterspell.
Awesome. All right, make a counterspell. Make a
Okay,
counterspell
cool.
check because it is more than level 3.
Let's go. Counterspell check. Oh boy. That's going to be a 12.
12 won't do it.
Feels right.
As this 12 won't do it as this hand comes out, and it casts this sort of greenish energy from his palm.
Damn.
It heads out towards your face, and it hits you in the head, and instantly things just kind of go fuzzy to you, like.
Yeah.
You are considered incapacitated.
Wolfing down.
And then as soon as he's cast that, he's going to attempt something else. So like. Loosey goosey initiative here. What are we doing? Somebody else?
Whoa! Juggin's gonna walk around the counter and be like, "Hey, can we just like calm down for like 2 seconds? The roof's falling in. Everyone's attacking each other. I don't really know why."
A dagger made of some sort of like platinum-like material appears in his hand, and he launches it at you, Mandari.
Oh my god, he thought he wanted my buns.
Maybe this is his foreplay.
What's your what's your armor class?
17.
17 hits. Yeah, that hits then.
Okay,
hits.
can I, since this is a throne thing,
It is.
can I, would you, I mean, okay, so
The
I don't know
monk's
if you
deflecting
necessarily
or-
consider it a ranged weapon, like, I know it,
I will.
are
I
thrown
will.
weapons ranged weapons? Okay, cool, can I, attempt to catch it?
Yeah, absolutely can.
Cool, so, when you do so, the damage you take is reduced by 1d10, plus my dex plus my monk level. Okay, so... Oh, shit! Okay, I rolled a 9, and then my monk level, is 4.
You reduce it to 0 and grab this platinum-like dagger out of
Perfect.
the air.
Throw it back.
I throw it back!
Alright, make an attack roll.
Cool. So yeah, so that's a key point, and I will roll the attack. Oh, that's totally gonna hit. That's, plus 9. 26 to hit!
26 to hit. Right, dead on target, right at his chest, and then like almost as if it happens in like 2 frames of like an edit. He's to the side and then misses, sticks into the wall behind him, and he smiles as like and then he turns his attention towards the Warforged who's coming out of the back now. What are the rest of you doing? Anybody?
To distract him, I would like to, cause I'm I'm gonna pants him.
Nice. All right. Sleight of hand check, I reckon.
Yeah, sleight of hand check. 16 plus 17 is 32.
All right. Yes, you managed to get up behind. You grab you grab around his waist, uncouple his belt, and his pants come down. Everything in there seems like it should be there for his size, from what you see. But he doesn't seem perturbed at all, as he disappears from where he is and reappears right behind the Warforged, and then he's going to try and stick his hand between the plates of your body and get into some sort of internal workings. Is there any reaction you can do to that, Dag, as he makes an attack on you, melee attack?
Yes, there is. I am going to use shield.
Wonderful. Taking your armor class to
30.
Jesus. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work because it's still got a 25. But yeah, he sticks his hand right towards your internal working organs, and then what does shield look like?
So as this happens, basically you see like kind of almost like this Iron Man transformation as like bits of his plate start to shift, and as it does, it sort of rearranges, and you watch as this like shield just appears on his back. Just like held in place by what looks to be like just the coins, and as he hits it, there's just this like almost like a gong.
Yeah, there's a huge gong sound, and you can feel, because it's all kind of part of you, that that the shield that had been erected is partially dented from the force of which he cracked it. It doesn't seem to perturb him or bother him, and he goes, "Good, good, good." And then he turns his attention to the health inspector. What are you doing, health inspector?
I'm making notes of all of this. There's been backflipping. I've seen running. They're not following code at all. They're 20 feet apart, which is... That's not enough within a bakery around these parts. I'll look up for a moment. I'll fix my glasses, and I'll go ahead and cast Banishment at 5th level.
Wonderful. All right. So he has to make a save of sorts?
So good.
Yeah, give me a charisma save.
All right. Oh, net 1. That's not going to do it with his charisma stuffs, and whatever your DC is, it's not going to be enough. What does it look like when you banish him?
I hold up my pen and begin to write something in the middle of the air. You watch as letters kind of appear directly in front of me. That just says shh, and then it's going to kind of float over to him and attach itself to him before he goes.
It attaches to him, and then with a
super anticlimactic.
Just
no big flare.
Just disappears.
Anything, just kind of
From the shop, he's gone.
Yeah,
Only,
I don't.
There's like a few seconds of like what just happened and looking around before tring, the shop door opens and he walks in again and says, good. All right, you still have it seems. I'm sorry that I had to do this. I'm sorry that I also had to put on this form. You wouldn't really be able to, your minds wouldn't be able to comprehend me in my regular form. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Bastion.
Jacqueline, your boyfriend is a dick.
Anyone?
I don't understand what's happening right now.
Anyone
Are you
proficient
into me
in
or not?
Anyone proficient in religion?
Yes.
I know somebody's proficient in everything.
Expertise in religion.
All right.
Hello.
Without a roll, then you would recognize the name Bastion. Bastion is one of the lesser gods of this world, and he is one of the gods of prevention. He's in the war domain, and he's sort of underneath the greater god Kevosna, who is a god of like protection, and he's a type of protection god, but he's specifically to prevention of certain things. He's a prophylactic god, if you will.
God of yogurt.
So when he introduces himself, he says, prophylactic. He says, I'm Bastion. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry that I had to check you. You still have it, but sometimes when people set up bakeries as a retirement plan, it means that they've gone a little bit past their prime. Yes.
You could pull your pants up.
Oh yes, sorry, thank you. I forgot. I'm not used to having human form all that much. I forget how some people get a little bit squeamish about all of this.
It's fine. We just shouldn't always be like we're making food that we sell. So
Right. Yes. Oh, and sorry about this. And he clicks his fingers, and the house, the bakery, reassembles itself to exactly the regulation that it should be. Not quite, actually, Dave. There's like a couple of things that are a few inches out. There's a few inches out.
Is Wolfwind
Gary
still
just whips out some more
incapacitated?
paperwork. Just like, fuck.
Wolfwind, after he disappeared, banishment, your incapacitation ended as well. And you were able to kind of like see all of that as happening through like a fuzzy window almost.
I must say that takes somewhat of great magical prowess to do that.
Yes.
Put my staff towards you.
Thank you. I'm afraid we're going to have to move this along just quickly because time is of the essence here. But if you could all maybe lie on the floor or get comfortable somewhere.
Hold on 1 second, Seb. Okay. 2 things. 1, why would you break our bakery? Why are you testing us? And 2, are you actually interested in me, or was that all a hoax?
All in due time. I mean, you are. We shouldn't. God, I wish I was the god of
He's totally
charisma.
into you.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about it later.
I must speak to the. I must speak to the goddess of.
I high five you, Jackman.
Of romance later and get some tips.
Before we go, Gary, should we all put on our high vis vests, or are we okay to go out there without them?
They won't be going with you.
Okay, relax, Batman, or whatever you said your name was. Listen, and make sure that everybody is well protected around here. That is my job and my role in this little bakery of ours. So
It's one of
the reasons I came to you.
Yes. Yes. What?
Direction. His name was Bastion.
Thank you. Yes. One of the reasons I came to you was because of your devout oath to protecting people, and it's for that reason that I need you.
If I wasn't wearing those safety goggles that one time, I would have lost an eye.
If you wouldn't mind, and he snaps his fingers, and the floor just shifts. The floor shifts very quickly to the side, tipping all of you sideways, except for probably Chrysanthemum, who is much more nimble on the feet and manages to stay upright. Everybody else slams down onto the ground, and he goes, "Well, so be it." And then he waves his hand, and all of you die. Because he's a lesser god, and he can.
Man, you were really pissed at us for beating you, huh? Yeah.
Can't believe we waited 6 months for this.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Good night, everyone.
Hours I spent on this character today.
Here's your new character sheets.
If you don't want to test me, don't make a character called Atlas the Unkillable or whatever it is.
Done.
I will throw a god at you. I will throw a god at you who can kill you with a wave of his hand. Alright, so there is a moment of darkness before coming to consciousness. You find yourselves each standing in a clearing. It's a small, perfectly circular forest clearing. Anybody who knows my games know that this is kind of the waiting room of the afterlife, as it were. Perfectly circular crops of trees, and you're standing on a little stone plinth. out of that stone plinth, out of the cups of trees, you see this long, gangly kind of greyish individual. Most of you, through your 20 levels of adventuring, have probably had reason to go to the afterlives and the outer planes of existence. Especially those of you who know anything about religion, you would recognize this to be one of the Migonites, a race of people that helps the god Miganash with transitions from life to undeath, life to death. Sorry, not undeath. As the Migonites come in, they flick open their books. They look. They got like little leather-bound books. They look at you in confusion, as if you're not meant to be here yet. And then there's this sort of an ever-present voice into each of your clearings saying, "It's all right. They're with me. I submitted a code. I submitted the proper paperwork for this. It might still be in the. I'm sorry. I have to put this a bit of a rush." And then each of you disappears from that clearing and reappears out in this infinitely flat plane of existence, all standing next to each other. You see this huge spire in the center of it. Anyone who knows anything about the outer planes would recognize that this is the sort of central ring, the central spoke in the ring of outer planes, known as the Outlands. And you see each other standing there. You're all wearing just plain grey robes. You don't have any equipment, nothing on you.
My safety vest?
Your safety vest is gone. Your clipboard is gone. Everything but these plain grey robes. And then standing before you, Bastion. Bastion to you looks resembling the human guy that you'd seen, but he is a lot larger. He's about 20 feet tall, and he's a lot more muscular.
Oh, whoa.
And he's tanked. And he is wearing this sort of like shiny silvered armor and has this shield on and a long sword on his hip, obviously the size of like a gigantic claymore to you guys. And he looks down at you and says, "Thank you for joining me, and I will explain everything in due time. I need to lead you to my place, if you wouldn't mind." Back to not like, and he looks at you, and Darius like, not I mean, like, I mean,
we didn't decide to join you.
Yeah,
you
well,
just
I mean,
us.
Hey, so is me being dedicated to another god going to be like a problem for you? I'm just saying as we like walk.
No, not a problem at all. This is not a religion thing. It's just a competency thing. You guys are competent and you are available. A lot of the other level 20s, we don't use that terminology in the mortals. They don't understand the level system yet. It's beyond your realm of comprehension, but a lot of the other adventurers of your power are busy with actual tasks and not making baked goods. Yes, Warforged, Atlas.
Let it be known that I have left the oven on.
Oh shit!
Damn it!
I'm sure that won't be a problem.
No, I installed like an automatic off because he would leave it on a lot.
I had just placed some critical cinnamon rolls in the oven just before I came out to engage the hostile entity.
He did. He expressly exclaimed it in great aplomb to the entire bakery. So
yeah,
we'll
no
see.
one say I didn't let warning out. Like
You did. You did indeed.
yeah.
You are taken through a series of different terrains, and time doesn't pass here in the same way, so your perception of it is difficult to know whether you've been here like an hour or a week. There's no concept of the past to each of you. You feel like it's tedious without being boring. It's a very peculiar place to be. Some of you have probably been here before once or twice to recover each other from the grasps of death.
Is there anything I can steal on the way?
You can certainly try, but most people in the afterlife don't come to the afterlife with anything in tow, and so nobody really has anything on their persons. But there will be once you get to Bastion's palace, I'm sure. You, as you're walking, you pass a bunch of lizard folk who are seemingly worshipping an egg, and he points out that that's a symbol to the lizard folk deity of survival, Semayuana. He also explains as he walks that there is a task that he needs each of you to do.
I fucking believe you.
He explains there's a task that he needs each of you to do. He takes you to his realm of existence. You walk through this sort of settlement town in the mountains, and then through this huge archway. And as you walk through this archway, it doesn't seem to affect you at all, but when you look back, you can't see the town that you left. You continue on walking with this guy for who knows how long, until eventually you come to this enormous waterfall, and he just stands at the edge of it and says, "It's down here. and then he just sort of falls forwards off of this waterfall.
I jump off.
Whee! You jump off as well, and you fall, but you don't really feel like free fall. It feels like somebody's cast feather fall on you as you fall off the edge of this waterfall, tumbling.
Can
we just be like doing like tricks in the air?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just fall backwards.
Whee! Well, if in that case you definitely die.
Yeah,
you re-die, extra died.
Double
extra
die.
dead.
You fall off this waterfall, and eventually you see this sort of this enormous palace hurtling up towards you, and then settling down almost like leaves falling into it. Suddenly the descent stops and you land down on your feet in the center of this huge, enormous palace. And he is now, in your perceptions of him, he's about your height, but he's still decked out in his full plate armor and everything. He says, there is a gentleman, for want of a better word for him, who is developing a certain skill set in the Nine Hells, and he has created for himself an almost impenetrable tower, a rickety, horribly dangerous tower of many different rooms and levels, and he has sequestered himself at the top to practice his dark magics, his necromancy, and his lichdom. And if you can deal with him, or work out where he is and deal with him for us, then you would prevent a potential world-ending catastrophe on the material planes. Yes.
So, like deal with them. Yeah.
Yes. Deal with him.
Make them explode into many pieces.
Yes, of course. Gary. Yes.
Okay, great.
Now, are they going to be using the crown post roof, or are they using more of a wind brace on the top of it?
Here's the thing, Gary, and brace yourself. He is using a mismatch of whatever materials he had at hand. There is no he hasn't had any regulation.
Unbelievable.
It's ramshackle.
If I had a clipboard right now, I'll tell you.
Yes, about that, sorry. And he kind of like waves his hand, and almost Matrix style, these huge tables come whooshing in on both sides, all these racks of clothing and equipment and all this sort of stuff. He says, please take whatever mundane items that you need. Also, as an apology for this abrupt whisking you away from your duties, I will of course send you back to your bodies upon completion of this task. But as an extra apology, you get to pick one item from my own personal collection of magical items. And he waves his hand, and this other rack appears, a much smaller one, and it's almost empty. And he goes, "What happened with all of the items?" And one of the angels passing with like this hyena-like head, he says, "Yeah, the war at the moment is just, we're pretty low on the magic items at the moment." And he goes, "Oh. So these sort of uncommon kind of items, these are the only ones we have?" And he goes, yeah, sorry. And he shows off these uncommon items that you get to pick
Dibs on the
boomerang! You see one boomerang hanging there, and he's like,
cute.
I mean, yes, if you want.
Along with like the one I have back on the material plane.
Along with the items that you've chosen for your characters today, there's also a ring of resistance, a ring of invisibility, and a ring of mind shielding.
I grabbed the resistance.
As you go to grab that, there's another angel with like this giraffe-like face walks over and grabs it before you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. This one's reserved for somebody else. You can't have the ring of invisibility because it's not uncommon.
I take it.
If you want to try and take it, you can make a contested check of some kind. He's got it in his hand already. You can try and sleight of hand it out of him. Go on.
I'm gonna sleight of hand it out of his hand.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. I have to tell you, I rolled a 19.
I also rolled a 19.
I'm going
17 for my
I'm going to flick my fingers towards the angel. Go, no, silvery barbs!
Silvery barbs. as you silvery barbs. As you silvery barbs. Thank you. 36. As you silvery barbs, the god Bastion, who you're standing in the presence of, waves his hand with a counterspell and says, "No, stop that."
I got it. Oh, I can't because I used the reaction.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
Fine. Damn
He goes, "No, stop that." I'm afraid I've forgotten the name of the angels here. Can't remember. He says, I'm afraid my angels need these. These ones are not. These ones are a little bit. No, different angels.
Batman, listen to me. I gave you the best. I gave you buns that look like Jacqueline's buns.
Yes,
they were the
point
funnest
at Jacqueline's ass. Look, I gave you. Give me that ring.
Look. Can I? And he takes the ring from them and says, I can't give you this one, but I will give you. And he unclips his own cape and he takes it off and he gives you a cloak of invisibility.
Ooh.
It is a fully
like
charged.
A small child wearing.
It is a fully charged cloak of invisibility. As it's a magic item, it shifts itself to fit your being. And as you all know, full charged cloak of invisibilities last for 2 hours.
In real game time.
And then he takes the ring of invisibility and the ring of resistance, and he gives those to his angels because those aren't uncommon items, and ring of mind shielding is an uncommon item. Just FYI.
Just so you know.
Vaguely, tickles a memory from approximately 7 or 8 months ago.
I watched the Dash at like 2 a.m. this morning, and I was like, I gotta fit all of these things into this campaign.
That's so good. That's so good.
So he needs you to.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Not surprised. You didn't know 6 months ago either.
So you don't have anything extra for me? And I just kind of
make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay. That is a 25.
Ooh, all right. He says, I might have something here, and he pats his hip, gets out of his little pouch.
Hey.
Is that a pouch in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
He takes out a long, slender cylinder that's filled with liquid.
Is that remote controlled, or?
And yeah, he gives you that and keeps the app. He gives you a.
He immediately turns it on.
He gives you a potion of heroism.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, nice.
And you all remember that gives you 10 temporary hit points and the bless condition.
Wolfwind's gonna see this and go, "What about me, Mr. God? Could I
make a persuasion check?
Have something?" Oh gosh!
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. 2.
He says,
"It doesn't look good."
Yeah, he doesn't. He goes, "You can have this," and he just like hands you a spell book, and the spell book is much larger. It kind of looks like yours, but it's a lot larger and thicker. And as you flick through it, you realize, holy shit, this is every wizard spell in existence.
Every spell in it. Amazing.
Now get out of now get out of here. I need you to go to the Nine Hells. I need you to track down the hag, the night hag who knows where this Nomori lives. Nomori is his name. You need to go to the night hag and whose name is somewhere on my things here.
I'm deducting points for this.
Her name's somewhere on here.
Oh yes, it's right here
Wendy.
in the spell book. It is.
Wendy.
That's her name.
Yes, Wendy. You need to track down Wendy. She knows where his rickety, unsafe tower is, and then you can either take care of him, destroy him. You can take down his tower. Whatever it takes, just take him down in one way or another. But be careful, of course. He's a dangerous lich. And then we have like a montage scene of you guys getting dressed in all of your gear, picking up all your mundane items that you have. Any mundane items, travelers, adventurers gear that you need, you've got them. And then you've got your one uncommon item as well.
Jacqueline is furiously taking notes about every single thing that she sees here.
I'm gonna put a high vis vest on because it's there, and I give a nod to Gary. Yeah, I also get some safety goggles as well, and I put those on as well.
I imagine Atlas has got like
impact, but that's better.
I imagine Atlas, as he's sort of like getting his armor on, it's like sort of integrated into his body, so he just kind of picks up the barest minimum. But then you watch as these 2 tiny little like orange lights show up on his shoulder pauldrons, and they start to woo, like like little heroes at work.
How does Santh feel about all of the people in the party making themselves as visible as possible?
I hate it so much.
But think of it this way: we just make you more invisible.
He mentions it's If you want to be stealthy, you should go for breastplate. It's the highest armor class that you can get while not getting a disadvantage to stealth checks. Not half plate, as some people think. There were so many questions you got right that I watched through yesterday, and I was like, "That's not right." And I looked it up. I was like, they got the point for that. That's not even correct. Anyway,
before we leave, can I go ahead and cast Sea of Visibility, and I'll just look at Xanthi and just kind of do one of these?
She just flips you off, and he writes you up for it.
I wasn't using, I wasn't using my invisibility yet. I'm not wasting it here. You're dumb. We're waiting. He just used
see invisibility to make sure that he could see you anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
just in case.
It's a waste, man.
It's a level 2 spell. It's fine.
He says, "Don't worry, you'll have plenty of time to long rest between now and heading out on the task. You can have a long rest. But I should warn you that if you long rest in medium or heavy armor, it won't reduce the exhaustion or allow you to regain all of your hit dice."
Someone make him stop. Someone stop him. Someone press the snooze button on this man.
And then as you rest, there's a bard comes out who's a level 17 bard, and so his Song of Rest dice is a D12. And he sings you this little Song of Rest, and you recover, and you're full rested. You've got a long rest, and the next morning you set off to the 9 hells. He snaps his fingers to transport you there, so that I'd have to deal with that. And you arrive down in the 9 hells.
That went into this game, folks. I'll tell you.
Hey, we've got less than 2 hours, all right, and we're barely at the second section of my notes yet.
Great.
We've gone through the bakery and the heavens. I've still got to get to the hells and then the tower.
I can't help. I mean, like, it's not our fault that you way over prepared this session.
There's a lot of questions in the dash. I gotta fit them all in.
We could have just sat around the campfire being like, "You want to share some fun facts with each other?"
Do you know what animals an imp can turn into? And as you say that, boom, you land down in the fiery 9 hells, and you see around you imps taking the form of rats, ravens, and spiders specifically. And then there is bounding towards you a panther-like creature with long tentacles on its back.
Ah, boo.
Observation.
One of you.
It's coming right for us.
Yeah, it is coming for you. So if you wish to roll initiative, anybody who gets above an 11, above a 13 rather.
Oh, hang on. I got something for that.
I got a 14.
I got a 13. I meets it.
Yeah,
I don't know if
meets
it beats it.
Ooh, shit! 21.
Nice.
Let's fucking go.
All right, Mandari with the 21. What do you do as this displacer beast bounds towards you through these hells?
Well, I am going to. God, I have so many. How far away is it?
It's within range of whatever you need to do.
Okay. I am going to. I'll attempt, since we're in the hells and I'm trying to be connected with my god. I'll sacred flame it.
All right. So it makes a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9. That's gonna fail.
Nice. What a good day. Good for me. That's 4d8 radiant damage.
Holy cow.
So, we love being level 20.
Oh yeah, everybody gets a +6 to their bonus to initiative.
18.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I got a 20 then.
Oh.
21.
18
19.
plus 8.
Why
26. Everyone keeps saying numbers.
Why initiative?
I did 26 radiant damage, and I just want everyone to know that I literally rolled a 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Oh,
That's so good.
Jeez, that's a lot.
Well, Rob, if it was a question on the dash, you would have known that it was the Aura of the Sentinel is the correct answer. Aura of the Sentinel.
Aura of the Sentinel, which you definitely knew before playing this class. We would have
He has a
each gotten
clipboard.
that right
He knows
easily.
everything.
You slam down this scorching ray of radiant light above this displacer beast. It pushes through though, not enough to kill it in one shot. Who's next? Dag, I think it was you with a 21, right?
Yeah. Okay. You watch as Atlas sort of steps forward, trying to be in the most forward position to be like the most direct path to the creature. And as he does so, you watch as his hand sort of shift. And as it does so, it transforms into what looks to be like kind of this sonic cannon
Nice.
And these this it starts to play this like really old-timey like 1930s kind of lullaby, and I'm gonna cast Sleep at 4th level.
Jesus Christ. Somebody hit it with an attack so I can tell you it's armor class. It's the only reason it's here.
Nah.
What is the armor class of a Displacer Beast was one of the questions. Alright, so you cast Sleep on it. Do it, roll it.
Hey
also,
Rob, what's the armor class of a Displacer Beast?
13!
Cool.
And then it goes to sleep. Mark off your spell slots. This is the day that you actually are going to be tackling this guy, so you are going to be keeping a track of your spell slots today. Up until this point, you were doing some like prepping and shit, and you were with a god, so he could keep you replenished. But now you need to actually be keeping track of it.
I'm sure he could.
Hey.
Ayo.
Level 3, level 4.
Relax those buns.
Yeah, there we go. That's the right one.
Loves them.
All right, the Displacer Beast pushes through this sacred flame, bounds towards you. Just as it's leaping out, the Warforged sends off this sleep energy towards it.
Yep.
Go on then. Roll for it.
47 hit points.
Holy shit! It definitely goes to sleep as it bounds. It just unconscious, tumbles, and breaks its neck as it hits the ground because the rock takes an attack at it, and it gets 13. That hits because that's exactly the armor class of a Displaced Beast.
Atlas looks at it and says,
Atlas is unbreakable.
and then I walk past it.
Atlas is unbreakable. As you walk past, is Atlas able to swim though? That's the big problem, because as you see in front of you in this landscape, this hellscape of brimstone and fire and rock and almost smouldering elements that seem to be coming out of cracks in the surface itself, you can see this huge lake of what seems to be like this almost boiling acid. And then in the center of that, a very large ramshackle witch's hut, where you imagine you've been transported to the hag in question, the night hag.
And you said there was like a river or water here?
It's a large moat, almost like a bubbling lake of acid between you and the
oh, okay, cool.
and the witch's hut.
How large is it?
How large is the lake? It's about 200 feet between you and the island in the middle.
Okay, can't knock on the door with my boomerang then. Almost.
Almost.
It's 120 is my range on that baby. So.
Wow. Yeah, that's a long range, but a little
real
too far.
close. It's real close.
Well, acid pool, 200 feet. Does anyone have any ideas?
No.
1 moment.
I'm sorry. I have so many class abilities. I'm like scrolling through them like, wow,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
going
fucking
into
know.
the
I
same
could
as
just
well.
like knock on the door with an arrow.
Can if you want. You knock an arrow.
Is
make
there
an attack
any
roll,
way, like,
disadvantage.
is it like entirely like a moat around, or is there like anything like?
It's an entire
you know...
moat around it, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna write a note.
Okay, you write a little note. What's it
Okay,
say?
So we'd like to visit. We're looking for a wizard who made a shitty tower.
You write that, you wrap it around the shaft of the arrow. You got a longbow or
Message
short
for
bow?
you, sir.
Is it longbow or short
Alright.
bow?
It is a short bow.
Short bow, which I think at this range
The
is going to
long
be
range
disadvantage.
is 320, so it would be disadvantage.
If we need to get across and we have no other way of doing it, I could use my 7th level spell slot to teleport us over there, but I prefer not to if we don't have to.
Listen, the lowest one that I rolled was a 12, so plus 11
That'll do it.
is 23. So I just
Into the
like
door.
Into the door.
Yep.
Um,
And then you
If
hear
I
a-
open the door,
fuck it
I'd
up.
like to wave encouragingly.
Oh, fuck, what the fuck was it?
When you click, click.
Hello! Hi, I sent you a note. And there's little flowers on it.
She takes the note off
look
of
at.
the thing.
Oh yeah, read the note.
Oh, you're looking for Nummery.
Yes.
Oh, fuck me. Here you go.
We, And she goes down to the lake's edge and she speaks in a language that most of you don't understand. But Mendari, speaking 24
What language is it?
she's speaking in Infernal as she speaks down into the lake.
Hell yeah.
And she's
Into the lake.
Yep, and she says,
I've got visitors. Do your thing.
and then you hear this, you feel this bubbling coming up, and you see Merrows, who are a monstrous race that were once mermaids, as you all know. They come up out of the lake, and they kind of swim on their back, like floating there, forming stepping stones as you step on their rock solid abs. To get across to the
Why is it so hot in this one shot?
I said, baby.
I would just
Got a
like
lot
to
of hot
say
people
I'm
here.
about a 5, just so we're clear.
What'd you
I
say?
leave my number with a couple of them.
You write on more notes.
More notes.
Given Atlas's worry, I am going to use Vault Earth and just walk forward.
If you aren't speaking in character, I need you to turn that off because I can't understand a fucking word.
Sorry. I forgot to. I was going to say something in character, but then the arrow thing happened. All right. Atlas is going to step forward, and as they step forward, they're going to mold Earth and just keep putting a step in front of him. As he's just walking, just straight across, nonchalantly,
next to the stepping stones of people that are floating.
Yeah, well, I do weigh again, full plate, freaking giant metal man.
Giving them some
exactly.
For them.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Merrows are going as you're stepping on, so you're just bracing them with some mold earth instead. What did you say, Dave? Something about 5?
Oh, I don't remember.
Cool.
Gary, are we okay?
Good joke. It was funny. Yay.
Is this up to code, Gary?
Can I measure the mermaid people to make sure that the stepping stones are actually up to code?
You can. Have you got a measuring tape on you? Is that what you use?
Sure.
Or have you got,
why not?
Magical measuring tape.
This is a magic world, baby. I can have a tape measure.
This magical measuring tape comes out, measures the length of them. Oh, there's 1/3 from the end before you get to her house. That's probably a little young for this because he should probably be thrown back. It's not the right sort of step. Because there's a chance that if you're a little unsteady on your feet, you might step to the side, and so for that reason, stepping stones need to be a little wider than you'd expect, and he's not quite up to scratch with it. Probably a teenager. You continue on, and then the hag, as you get to her, she uses a bonus action to use Shillelagh because it's a bonus action activation time. She pops one of the Merrows on the head with the Shillelagh and says, "Fuck off!" And they all dip back under the water.
I'm going to take this quick moment to take my staff, and then I'm just going to touch, do 2 7 motions, and as I make the motions, smotes of light appear above me, and I'm going to cast Crown of Stars.
Excellent. And you have those. Do they last for a particular length of time, or
1 hour?
1 hour. Cool. As you meet with this night hag, she says,
So you're here to see Nomori, are you? He's a pain in my ass, but he has been an interesting client. I've been selling him some interesting things, so I know where to find him.
We're gonna kill him.
Oh, it's fine with me. Our transactions are done.
Yes, we're going to make him go boom boom.
Actually, here's what you can do for me then. If you are going to kill him, and I'm going to provide you with the information of where he is... He has a bag, a sort of a bag of holding, if you will, but it's more of a dangerous thing. Have you heard of a bag of devouring?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What level?
He has one of those.
We've been on many adventures.
In Infernal, I will be like, does he owe you any money?
He doesn't owe me money, no, but the bag I would like to acquire. He's been refusing to sell me it for some time, but I'm interested in the thing that it feeds. So if you can, while you're at his house, grab that bag of devouring, then we have a deal as to, I'll tell you where to find him, and I'll even send you to him.
I'm going to look over to Jacqueline and say in Minotaur, moo, 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 moo.
Oh, I know Minotaur! I know Minotaur too!
Why does 60% of my party? Why does 60% of my party speak Minotaur and nobody's a Minotaur?
Everyone,
Because
the
we're
three of us just start
cultured, Rob.
mooing back and forth at each other like moo, 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 moo.
Sandy doesn't want to be left out. She doesn't know Minotaur, but she does throw in a couple of moves. We don't don't know what she said.
What she said.
I will look concerned and be like,
Yeah.
Xanthi!
Immediately, we will
Literally-
all stop and
There's
look
the
at her and
dirty
just be
words.
like, "Oh my god."
As literally the whole party starts to moo, Atlas just goes,
This is why I became a baker.
This makes a lot more sense. Yes. I'm sorry that you were the only ones that weren't busy, but it does make sense that you were the only ones that weren't busy.
What are you talking about? We're perfectly competent.
I'm sure you will.
Moo.
If you take him out and find this bag of devouring, then and bring it back to me. But be careful, because if you put anything into a bag of devouring, including your hand, there is a 50% chance that it pulls you in. So just be careful of that. And then she says, I'll send you on your way then. And she waves her hand, and this huge, almost like mage hand appears from her hand, but grows larger and larger and larger until she casts Bigby's hand and picks all of you up, scoops you up, including you, Atlas, and then starts to float you up and out of her house and along the nine hells. And for a while you just float in this mage hand. It's a very hot, very unpleasant place to be. You've potentially been to the Nine Hells before for various reasons, until eventually you see in this valley, this craggy rock valley, with these lava falls coming down either sides. You see silhouetted in the center this huge, several story tall wizard's tower that seems held aloft by magic alone, because it's the base of it is sort of crumbling, and the walls have got huge cracks through them. There's like some sort of dark charred vines going up their sides.
I found it.
Indeed you have, it seems. She's led you on her Bigby's hand over to where Nomori's tower is, and she sets you down just on the outskirts of it. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna put my hood up.
Up goes the hood.
So I am invisible now for 2 hours.
The invisibility stats for 2 hours.
Do you want me to just like climb up the side and like sneak attack his ass?
I think that Gary should do an inspection first.
Atlas is already beelined for the front door.
Clang, clang,
There goes
clang,
Atlas
clang.
again.
Yep.
Every time.
Atlas is an A to B kind of
Has he turned off?
robot.
Has he turned off his sirens?
No, there's still the
Clang, 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 as he's moving towards the tower.
Please stand clear. Heroes at work.
Heroes at work. What are the rest of you doing?
Are we on the ground now?
Yeah, you're on the ground.
Yeah.
She placed you down in front of the tower.
Oh yeah,
Your
I'll
hand
immediately
disappears.
start walking around it.
All right, make me an inspection check.
Ooh, an inspection check?
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna assume you
health
mean
and
investigation.
Health and safety inspection.
That is going to be a 17.
17. All right. With a 17, you can see that the bottom floor has got like a very clear doorway entrance to it, and is a lot larger than the other floors. That it's sort of like a rectangular shaped bottom floor, and then a huge sort of cylindrical building that leads up from the top of that. So the bottom floor is going to be a lot larger and has this sort of enormous foyer-like room to it. You can see through these stained glass windows, many of which are smashed. The door is kind of hanging off of its hinges as well. The structure seems like it's very dangerous and could come down with little force. But you were warned that he may have.
Burn it down. Won't we just burn it down?
It's possible. We do flash back to the moment that the god Bastion was telling you that this lich, being a lich, has probably got innocents around as well. He's probably harvesting souls from innocent people. And
I'm going to.
But we're in the land of the dead. Everybody's dead here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
but their
like,
souls are in hell,
what are we
and
gonna kill 'em again?
if you destroy the thing
Well,
on them,
if
they
their
may be trapped
souls are in
hell.
hell, then surely they weren't good people, right?
Yeah, they were told
You would know
before
with
to
it,
burn
you would
in
know with your
hell.
expertise
That's,
in religion that people who are
yeah.
sent to the outer planes, they start where you guys started in that little like sorting hut area, and then the Migonites come and they sort them out, and then eventually you get taken off to where you're meant to be. But in that time, devils and demons can snatch you up and kidnap you for other places. So you can end up as currency in hell without meaning to be here.
I'm going to take a
So no, we
rock,
can't burn it down.
and I'm going to start tracing a circle And after I finish tracing the circle, I'm going to write in Minotaur a name, and I'm going to place several candles down, 9 candles, in fact. And then I'm just going to start ritual casting something, if that's okay. Not 10 candles, no, 9 candles.
As he does this, I will be standing over his shoulder the entire time and like,
Hells yeah.
Giving him a look the entire time.
You're just testing the circle of your circle, just with the measuring tape, just being like, it's a little bit wider on this side. It's an oblong.
If that is, let me know when the 10 minutes pass. Then I'll let you know what I'm casting.
What is everybody else doing? Because by the time you've ritual cast this, Atlas has definitely gotten into the fire.
Yeah, he's definitely knocking on the door.
Oh yeah, Atlas was going in.
Atlas was just straight up going in, so he'll get there.
Atlas would like to point out that he has no care of moral implications. He was killed by a dog this morning, and he has left this stuff on. Let's do this.
He's walking straight.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and I'm gonna cast pass wall on it and just make a portal through it.
Okay, the door I said was hanging off of its hinges, so it's probably not necessary. But
oh yeah,
you can also
I'm doing it.
Do so
because it's not a straight line if I have to force the door open.
Straight, just walks up without breaking stride. Walks through the hole.
I want to hop in as well.
Yep, in through one of the broken windows.
I'll be falling behind. I will go through the door like a normal person. But Jacqueline's gonna grab out her calligrapher's supplies, and she is going to start writing a beautiful handwritten note in Infernal. And it is going to be, she's gonna basically write like this note from Wendy to, oh god, what's his name? Namri. She's gonna be like, "Dear Namri, I've really enjoyed our time together. I think that after everything that's happened, we should really give it a try." She's just gonna like write this note that's basically like, "Do you like me? Check yes or no."
Have you got forgery proficiency?
I have not only calligraphy supplies, but I also have forgery kits.
Wonderful. Roll me a check of some kind, forgery check. So like. Because you've got both, you can do so with advantage.
Okay. Woo. It's good because my first roll was ass. Second roll was not a ton better. What am I adding to this?
You're adding your proficiency and your dexterity.
And my dexterity. Okay, so that would be dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's a very well written note. You didn't get to see any of Wendy's handwriting, so you're kind of guessing based on your insightful checking of her, the sort of person she is, and you're doing your best, and you're pretty sure that it's going to be passable, under anything but scrutiny.
Perfect.
So you have that on you.
Just gonna fold it up. Great.
You're ritual casting outside. It's going to be a little while before we get back to you. You're still doing an inspection of the outside. The two of you have gone in. Pixies and Pins, Dead Aussie. You are inside, and you see that there is it's like a banquet hall-sized room that you're in. It's got unstable pillars holding up the floors above, and there are souls chained to each of the pillars. It seems like they've sort of been brought around as almost like you see hippies doing to like churches or trees or whatever, and they chain themselves like this. They've got the manacles around their hands, and then the chain goes around the back of the pillar, and they've just like been, and they're all kind of like unconscious or in a semi-conscious state. In the center,
I want to let them go.
You can certainly try in a second, but in the center of the room, you can see that there's a party of 3 adventurers. You can tell from the way that they are dressed and whatnot, standing in the center that turn towards you as you walk in with the clang, clang, clang. And you see that one of them is an Aarakocra, dressed in dark robes with a hood up. One of them is another similarly dressed person with darker robes and a leather outfit on. And then another one is a dragonborn dressed in full plate, much like a paladin would be. And as they turn towards you and draw weapons, the Aarakocra takes to the sky and starts to speak in Auran, a primordial language. and
hello.
and says I'm much too tired for this, goddamn, I'm so exhausted. And then moves with their movement speed, but halved because they have 2 levels of exhaustion.
What if we didn't?
And as they draw their weapons and move towards you, we'll roll initiative.
Okay.
Can I try and persuade them to not stab us lots?
You can try, but you're not in there at the moment. It's currently the paladin and the rogue inside. Sorry, the wizard.
So you
wizard
don't. We add 6 to our initiative.
Hold on. Are you guys?
If they're within
Are
30
they in
feet.
60 feet of me?
60 feet. Whew, yes, they'd
Yeah.
be within 60, but
Hell
not
yeah.
within 30.
Yeah, you guys all get +6 to your.
Sick.
Are we all
Alright.
rolling initiative, or are
all
you just
rolling
having the two of
initiative?
them roll?
All roll initiative because you'll get the opportunity to catch up
Right.
to
Yeah,
where
right.
they are.
So, would you say that I am surprised?
No, definitely not.
Great. Then I go twice this round.
Awesome. You go
because
once
I have
10
thieves'
levels below,
reflexes.
right?
So the first one is 24, and then the second one is 14.
24 and 14. For...
Did you say that we got a +6, Dave?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure did.
I get a 10.
10 for the for the paladin Atlas, the wizardin, sorry.
I rolled a 1, but total with everything is a 10.
Oh wow, holy cow. So I'm going to put you at before Atlas then. What's your character name? I've only got Mindari on my screen.
Jack,
Declan.
you can do Jackie, is easiest to write.
What we get, Dave?
It's gonna be a 24.
24 as well. I imagine Santh's probably got a larger dex mod though.
Mine's 0.
My dex is +5.
I got a 22.
22, thank you. And then we've got Gary and Wolfwin. Alright, and then we've got Baddie goes in here. This is going to be the Aarakocra. The Aarakocra rogue with the mobile feet and 2 levels of exhaustion. One of them goes in here. That's the Paladin, Dragonborn Paladin with the breath weapon attack. And then the level 11 Warlock with the 6th level spell and Hunger of Hadar and Eldritch Mind invocation that goes in here. Wonderful. Alright, that is the Warlock. Up first, Santh, you are taking the lead as you see these. You're invisible. You see these people turn towards you. They've got like this reddish kind of look in their eye, as if they're possessed or enchanted or some otherwise forced to fight you guys.
Well, Atlas is here. He's fine. I want to go. I want to go unlock the souls.
All right, you wander over to the nearest one. Make a thieves' tools check as you're trying to unlock with your lockpicks. Presumably, you have lockpicks and thieves' tools.
I sure do. So that lets me double my proficiency bonus?
It allows you to make a dexterity. It allows you to make a lockpicking check. So dexterity plus plus your proficiency. Because you're proficient in sleight of hand and thieves' tools, you get advantage.
And I get advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. 29.
29 is enough. The DC was a 25. You realize that this is a very difficult lock on these things. They're like it's almost like it's manipulating itself to try and change every few seconds. And eventually you click, and one of the locks opens, and you see one of the souls sort of come round. Thank you, and then starts to head out of the door.
I wink at him.
You see that the warlock looks your way, having seen one of the chains unlock on its own, and one of the souls leave. And that's all that you can do at this point. That was your action to unlock. You've got bonus and movement.
I want to
move to the next one.
Move to the next one.
You move.
Yeah.
Move around the pillars to the next one, and bonus hide if you wish to hide. Gary.
Sure, I'll bonus hide.
Okay, I'm outside right now, right?
You are,
I'm
yes.
with
You're
Wolflin,
outside. You're within 60 feet of these guys who just walked through the front doors, but you're within like 20 of Wolflin.
Okay. As a bonus action, can I try and hear what's going on?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
Yes.
Can I use my bonus action to do fast hands and unlock the next lock?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, make me another thieves' tools check.
That's raw. That's awesome. I love fast hands.
Okay, that one is a 28.
28 is also enough. Click, another one comes open. You see there's another 4 of these souls chained around. There were 6 to begin with, 3 on either side, and you've unlocked the first 2. Click, and then
go get him, Gary.
Soul starts to leave. Gary.
Okay. Being outside, I'm going to close my eyes for a moment and hold on to my holy clipboard as I'll drop down to my knees. Take a deep breath in. And I'll bend down forward and try and measure the distance between 2 of the candles on Wolfwind's ritual. Is it up to code?
It is, yeah. He's actually done a pretty good job. He takes these things seriously when you're in the vicinity.
Okay, so I won't use my bonus action to write a citation.
I mean, you can if you like. Dredd, you can tell me. I imagined, given what you've said about Wolfwin, that you would. You opted to put on a high vis jacket.
Yeah,
so
no,
figured you were
like
taking these things seriously.
Yeah, I got high intelligence. I appreciate what Gary does.
Yeah.
I've got the vest on. I've got the safety goggles on.
Yeah, he's laid it out correctly for his ritual.
Okay, in that case, I will stand back up, very pleased. I'll go pat him on the back with my bonus action and say,
"Oh, thank you.
Very well done."
That means a lot.
And that's going to end my turn.
That's going to end your turn, of course. All right, Wolfwin. Having you received some positive words of affirmation?
I'm going to commit to the bit and get back to ritual casting this. Right, I had a plan to like run up in combat, but I love that we're gonna stay out here.
With his affirmations of you doing a good job, I'm going to allow you to speed up the rest of this ritual and complete it at the end of this turn.
Okay, cool. So as I get that pat on the back from Gary, I close my eyes and then open them, and then they're just like motes of light. Ooh, I'm going to cast contact other planes, but I'm actually going to contact this plane. I'd like to contact my dear friend and poker buddy, because we play poker every Saturday night, Asmodeus, if possible.
Nice. All right, yeah, you contact other plane, and you hear this voice, Asmodeus's voice.
Yeah.
It's sort of like a sly thing, I think.
Now, to help you out, you don't have to talk in phrases if you don't want to, because you can just do single words.
He'll talk if you wanted to. He's good friends with you, man.
Yeah, good friends.
He does his screening, call screening, and if it's someone he doesn't really know or like, he'll kind of just like he'll put them on like a filter where he just says things and then it automatically translates into weird, incomprehensible things. But for you, he'll actually just answer, and he goes, "Wolfwin, my friend, what can I do for you?"
Oh, hey, Azzy. I just wanted to check in with you and see if you're good. You good?
I'm all good, man. We good for poker tomorrow night?
Oh, I'm so excited. I was. We're actually in town. Actually, we're on.
You are?
We're on the first level. I think we're here to take care.
Let me clean some things up for you before you come round. I've been a bit of a hectic time at the moment.
Oh, no need for us to drop by. We just we're taking out a lich on the first level here, and wanted to make sure that's okay with you if we take that lich out. You don't have any machinations happening with this lich.
I didn't permit any liches to build themselves a following on my levels. So if there is one, you taking him out's doing me a favor.
All right, we're gonna straight up murder this guy.
Excellent.
Or person or girl. So is there any way you could just maybe send around some of your friends to help us at some point? It doesn't need to be right away. Just whoever, whenever.
Yeah, I got you, fam.
Okay, sweet. All right, well, we're gonna get back to murdering now. The soul though. Do you want that soul, or can I take that soul?
Oh, you can have it if you can even find it. If he's a lich, he's probably not.
Oh right, liches, phylacteries and whatnot. Could you maybe look into where that phylactery might be that we can?
I'll help you out.
All right, just hit me back. You don't have to use. Okay,
you know how this is.
Thanks, fam.
All right, I've got to get back to torturing this guy.
All right. Good night.
Bye. And
Can we just say the moment of this campaign is going to be Asmodeus saying, "I got you, fam."
Got you, fam.
I got you, fam.
I love it. I would like you to roll the crazy check against the contact of the plane that happens every time you use this special phone.
I've got a plus 12 to this. 18. Let me just. I'm above it. Yeah, 15 is the DC. Yeah, sick.
You are not driven crazy by Asmodeus talking directly to you as if he's a good old buddy. And he's promised to help you out with trying to find out where that phylactery is while you sort the rest of it out. That is your turn, Wolf. It is now the Aarakocra with 2 levels of exhaustion and uncanny dodge. He will look through the doorway, and seeing that that Jacqueline is just entering just from the outside behind the clanking Atlas. She has at least She has at least 3/4 cover behind Atlas and the door. But thankfully he's got the sharpshooter feat, which is a feat that allows you to ignore cover. And so he's going to take back his bow and arrow, and he's going to fly up with only 30 feet of movement, not 35. He is going to fly up and fire his arrow past the rest of you at you. And that's actually a lot. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That will hit. I would like to deflect missile.
All right, you can definitely do that. I will be rolling the damage with the.
So I roll a d10, was it? Yeah.
Yep, D10.
Cool.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I will do my best. Oh, fuck yeah, that's a 10. Let's go. I'm rolling so hot tonight, guys. So 17 is how much it reduces it by.
All right, so 36 minus 17 is...
Oh, boy.
Is 19.
Holy goodness. Okay.
19 points of damage still comes through to you. This arrow
as that happens, Atlas is going to use Aura of the Guardian, and I'm going to just simply like shift my weight into the way, and as the arrow hits him, I automatically take the damage, which is magical. Which,
nice.
As a wizard of abjuration, I'm just going to use my ward and negate 19 points of damage.
There you go then.
And quite literally look this guy in the eye and say,
And this is unbreakable.
Wait, so do I not take that then?
You don't take the
or-
damage. He took it for you.
Bet.
Yeah,
Incredible. What a good day.
abjuration.
All right. Well then, in that
Hey,
case,
thanks, man.
in that case, he is going to. So the warlock turns to you, Atlas, and says, "We'll see about that. Maybe your body's unbreakable, but maybe your mind isn't." And he's going to search for an intelligence save spell. Let me just remember: is Crown of Madness, Hypnotic Pattern, or Phantasmal Force intelligence save? I think it's Phantasmal Force. He's going to use Phantasmal Force on you.
Dude.
Dag.
Absolutely most ridiculous man I've ever met in my entire life.
Amazing. It's so good. I love it.
And I'm in a call with fucking Dave right now.
Dave, Dag, yes.
Dave's playing a serious character.
counterspell.
Counterspell. All right. He uses counterspell as well. He casts it at 3rd level. What's the highest level that you can counter with counterspell at 3rd level? I'm pretty sure it's level 3, right? Or is it level 9? I mean, technically it's level... It's going to counterspell
let's see,
your
when you
counterspell.
cast
That was the weird fucky question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can attempt to interrupt the process of a 3rd level spell or lower. If it fails, it has no effect.
Yeah,
if the casting is a 4th level or higher, you need to make the check.
The warlock counterspells your counterspell, unless you cast it at
Spell all
higher level
around.
info.
I'll cast it at... Let's see, what do I need for this one? I'll cast it at 4th level.
All right, so he casts it at 3rd, and then he's going to check to see if he can... Yeah, that's still counted as yours. So mark off your... All right. Yeah, you can see it. Fuck it. All right, he rolls again. 2.
There's so many holes in this tower. It's falling
Yeah,
apart,
it's
really.
falling apart. Very good. With the silvery barbs, he fails to counterspell your counterspell,
right.
which
I look-
means that you counterspell his hypnotic pattern, his phantasmal force on you.
Yeah, I look over to Gary and like there's still glitter in my eyes and my face, and I give
Glitter in
him
the
a wink,
eyes.
and then you get the advantage, Gary, on any check that you need.
Gary, you
or-
have an
Nice.
advantage that you need. as
Still
you need
writing
it.
up a citation, though.
Also, as is one of my house rules, whenever some counterspell shit happens, a magic surge happens. So, Dag, roll me a D100, please.
Love it.
Oh. Oh.
Ruh-roh.
I'm sorry if that was too
Spicy.
loud, everyone.
That was all good.
All good.
All right, D100 is a 11.
An 11 is... now roll me a D10, please.
Oh no. What's going to happen?
No,
That's
thank you.
you're definitely rolling for a damage type. There's no way that's not what that is.
That is 7.
7.
Or a tick.
Your height decreases by 7 inches. And he got a... No shit, he got a 12, which is roll a d10, your height grows by a number of inches. I hope it's a 7. Oh, it was a 10.
From you.
Holy shit, that,
stole
the
height
chances
from
of that is
you.
crazy. The
damn
warlock,
it.
as the counterspell happens, both of you wild surge, counterspelling counterspells is magic shit. Your height decreases by 7 inches, his height increases by 10 inches.
That's so much fun.
There you go. That is
right.
the Warlock's turn, trying to intelligence save you, trying to do that thing. He's got Eldritch Mind, which is an invocation that allows him advantage on concentration checks, as you all know, of course. He can't do any of that stuff, though.
Why would we know that?
Everyone knows that.
Everybody knows
As
that.
you all know.
Everybody always knows that. Santh,
We
you're
were
up
correct.
for the second time.
I'm gonna unlock the next person.
Off to the other thing. Click. Make your check. You need 25.
Yeah, it's a 26 this time.
26 is still enough. Click. Another 3 souls. Another 6 souls. Sorry, the third of them. Thank you. Out of the building. And then with the remainder of your movement, what's your movement speed?
Let me look. Hold on. My movement is
Tiny little halfling legs.
It's 25.
25. Yeah, you can get to the next pillar, but you can't get all the way to the next one without a dash. Because now you've done all 3 down one side, and then you've got to cross over the big foyer
I have
to
to
get
cross.
to the other 3.
Okay. Then I
start
just want to start moving toward.
You dash across to the other side. With your movement, you can get to the next person, but now you've used your action, your movement, and your whatever.
And my bonus.
Your bonus. It is now Jackie. You're up.
Hello. Okay. So I'm like just in the other room. I'm being shot at. So I'm obviously like, at least I'm aware that this is happening over here. Am I seeing just locks be popped open occasionally? Okay.
Yeah, she's invisible.
And can I, if I like wanted to move in there, could I like get up into?
Oh yeah, you can get on up into melee with the Warlock. The Dragonborn is still a little bit further behind because he was a little slower on the initiative, and the Aarakocra is up in the ceiling.
Okay, so I am going to walk up to the Warlock, and as I'm walking in, as a bonus action, I am going to use my Giant's Might. So as she's like stepping through the door frame, she's like getting bigger and growing to like the next size up. And she is going to say in Primordial, just kind of to the room, you know, I really hate that we have to do this. We could all just like hang out or just like move on. You could come with us. And she is going to, she's gonna cast Booming Blade. She's gonna bring out her rapier and make an attack on this Warlock guy. So I make a melee attack. Hello, yes. Which is so many. What am I adding to this? Fuck. 21.
21 hits. Roll damage.
Okay. And then I do the normal rapier damage, which, fuck, I rolled max damage. That's an 8. And then I also get the melee attack does an additional 3d8. So that's 13. Oh my god, another 8. 21. So that's 29 points of damage on that hit, and then also or 29 points of it was 8 points of just rapier damage, and then 21 points of thunder damage, and also if the target willingly moves 5 feet or more, then they will also take additional thunder damage.
He's going to move more than 5 feet because he's going to fall down as a corpse to the ground, because if you roll max on all of the dice, it's like fucking, who cares? I guess he's dead. You stab him.
One of them I rolled a 5. I rolled 3 8s and a 5.
Stab. You stab him with all of your sneak attacky stuffs and surround him in this thunder damage.
Do sneak attack.
Oh, you didn't. That wasn't including sneak attack. Cool.
That was not including sneak attack. Hold on, I have 2d6 of sneak attack. Hold on. That's an additional 5 points of sneak attack damage.
He's already dead. He's already dead. You learn Rob's home rule around thunder damage is that it can be hurt if it's so. Thunder damage is sound damage. It's shockwave damage. It's like pressure wave differential damage, and essentially the same damage that you get from a grenade, as long as you're not hit by shrapnel. The thing that's actually hurting you is this pressure change, and that's thunder damage. And so, as a product of that, In my world, thunder damage can be heard up to a number of feet away equal to 100 feet times the number of damage you did. So you did 21 thunder damage. It can be heard 2,100 feet away. This boom blasts outwards. So the windows in this room that aren't already shattered smash outwards. Dave, you're outside realizing this, realizing that
I'm just gonna smile and kind of like swing my rapier again and be like, "Are we done?" Or
you see, rocks are starting to fall from the floor above because that was structural damage, even more so to the pillars that are around you, and then the warlock falls to the ground, and he did.
And it booms out again because he moved.
And he falls out, boom, and booms out again. A second one. Atlas, you're up.
All right. Is the Aarakocra and the Paladin standing next to each other?
No, Aarakocra's up in the ceiling. Paladin's a little ways away, maybe about 30-40 feet away from you.
Okay, sweet. So I'm gonna use my move action to move up first. If I move 30 foot. No, 25 foot. 30 foot. If I move 30 foot, can I be 30 foot away from the Aarakocra?
Yes. Yeah, you can be right under.
Okay, cool. So as Atlas sort of steps up, he immediately looks up. He immediately looks at the Paladin. And you watch as one of his arms that turned into the shot cannon transforms again into a fist that does like the arm blade that comes out. And as it does so, you hear this sound of like this, like almost like this jet engine coming from just the back of his ankles. And I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike.
Oh, okay. I love this one.
And launch myself at the Aarakocra first, and then redirect to the Paladin.
Nice.
So firing up at the Aarakocra. Oh, there we go. Ooh, like that. That is a 27 to hit the Aarakocra.
27 hits. You appear behind him, take a strike in the air before.
Sorry, I should have mentioned this. I am casting it as a level 5 spell.
Yeah, it is a level 5 spell.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Good. All right. Excellent. Good then.
I'm doing it right.
All right. So that is 22 force damage.
Whoo-wee.
Yeah. Not the best of damage, but 24.
Uncanny Dodge, which, Dave, is a reaction that allows you to half incoming damage. Just FYI.
Not paying attention.
All right. I'm then going to immediately change directions as those boots kind of like kick into the air and fly towards the Paladin. And get a 20... Oh, sorry. I actually already rolled that. That is a...
As you go to hit the Paladin, you have to make a Wisdom saving throw because he has Sanctuary up on himself.
Oh, okay. Okay, so that is a... Oh, that's only a 13.
13 on your Wisdom save is not enough. So as you Steel Wind Strike over to the Paladin to hit him, you have to change target or lose the attack.
Let me just check something super quick with that, because I just want to make sure that I can still teleport to him. Yeah, I can still teleport to him, even if I miss. So, what's he standing near?
Pillar with a soul change to it. Also, now that somebody's finally gotten up to this back part of the foyer, can you make me a perception check as you land down next to him?
Sure. I'm going to target the chains on the guy that's strapped up.
Oh, nice.
And I'll get a 13 for my perception.
All right, with the 13...
Do you need my perception, too?
Yeah, actually, you're pretty good with perception, and you're close enough that it might be able to see stuff.
30.
Oh yeah, that's definitely closer. So you've gone across to like the you've gone 1, 2, 3 and across to this one, and round by the middle section on that, the middle pillar on that side. So one down from where you are and across to where Atlas is. You can see that there are these gleaming yellow eyes in the darkness that seem to have been woken from all of this noise as a dire wolf is getting to its feet. The paladin with Find Greater Steed can summon a direwolf. That is possible.
Oh. In which case, do I see that before I make my way to the chains, or is that after, as I land when I hit?
As you landed down next to
cool.
the.
All right, so that's 44 damage on the chains as I.
You crash through them. What sort of damage is it? It's force damage.
Force.
Yeah,
force
definitely
damage,
enough to cut through chains. One of them goes loose, and one of the ghosts heads out. You now got 2 ghosts left.
And with my bonus action, Atlas, you watch as Atlas
with Steel Wind Strike, you can choose up to 5 targets. So now you can see the.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'll go for the wolf. That's absolutely right. I will totally do so. That's not, 22.
22 hits. Roll damage on the direwolf.
Take this, you. Ah, that's abysmal. 16.
16 damage or 16? Oh, 16.
16 damage.
Damage, yeah.
That was a 1, 1, a 2, and a whole bunch of bad.
It's
That.
still,
That's
still
16.
you know, still alright. You still
Yeah,
got 16
it'll do.
damage.
And then as a bonus action.
Oh no, a pittance of 16 damage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to then have Atlas, like, sort of his legs sort of cool off, and you see these 2 cylinders sort of and sort of smoke off his feet. He is then going to, sort of change his, like, flexing so that you can now see that on his back is the huge symbol of Kavosna. And I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself as a bonus action.
You know that you can move and you can heal yourself with Sanctuary, but you can't attack with weapons, right? That's
yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
To make sure that you knew that.
Yep, that's what I did after all my smacking.
That is all of that stuff. The Dragonborn's turn. The Dragonborn thinks about using his breath weapon, as Dragonborns have, but instead he needs some more allies now that the Warlock has failed, so he reaches out, brings out a grey bag of tricks, and he's going to bring out a couple of creatures from that and throw them. He's trying for a lion, but I don't think that's one of the options, is it? No. Panther and giant badger, that's what he's going to do. He conjures a panther and a giant badger from his grey bag of tricks, and that's his action to do. Then the direwolf is going to stand up and take a big old bite at you, Atlas. Not bad. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Will not hit.
Unbreakable. Just bites onto metal.
Unbreakable.
Hurts its teeth. Direwolf can't do much else, so then we've got the panther and the giant badger. He's thrown one of them at the ghosts that were disappearing out the door, so like in the direction of where Santh was, but like you've run past that now, so he doesn't know where you are. The panther is going to use its turn to try and sniff you out. Santh, that's going to be, you haven't made a stealth check because you haven't had an action to do so, but it's going to use your passive stealth. What's your stealth modifier?
Stealth modifier is plus 17.
17. All right. So in this situation with advantage, I'm going to make that a plus 20 because of the invisibility. So it's going to get a. That's still. It's hard for you to know at this stage whether the panther's seen you or not. It definitely knows the direction you are. It might not be able to pinpoint your exact location, but it definitely knows where you are because it was very close to that.
I mean, Atlas is very strong smelling. I feel good.
Atlas is made of metal. I'm not sure that he has much of a body odor.
Yeah, he's got.
I smell like cookies.
Like pennies.
Smells
I
like
smell
he's still got-
That metallic and like oil and like he just like things dropped off his body. Like
No, I smell like baked goods. I've
baked
been
goods.
in a baker. I
Baked
have
goods
cookies
and
and
you
like
you
fresh
tuck
bread.
cookies into like
Orkenspalter,
your
thank you for the
joints.
raid.
So.
Appreciate it.
Hey, hi Mary.
All right, we have got the panther's gone for you as its turn. It's sought you out. It's pretty close to you, but it might not be able to tell exactly where you are. And then the dog that comes in from nowhere. The giant badger barks like a dog and goes for, who's it going to go for? Dave and other one are still outside. It's going to go for you, Jacqueline. That's going to be a 17 to hit. Mindari. 17.
Sorry, that was just. Did you say 13?
17.
17. Oh, that's exactly my AC.
All right, it is going to hit you, and it's going to do. It's going to
There's
do
something
13.
very loud and dangerous outside my home.
It's just about immersing. You can go and deal with that if you want. It's 13 points of damage.
No, it's fine. It's fine. 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the top of the round with Santh. You're up.
I'm gonna unlock ghost number 5.
Your check.
Did me and Dave get a turn or?
I thought, yeah, you did. Yeah,
Santh gets
Sarah
had
I-
2 turns
I
left.
get to
Oh,
go
right,
twice
yep.
because of my thieves' reflexes.
Easy.
28 to unlock that first
Definitely.
bad boy.
Click. We've got one left, and it's the furthest one from you at the moment. Well, not the furthest one, but you have to go past the one that he's just cut open. Atlas has cut open, and then to get to the last one. So you won't be able to get there with your. Make me an athletics check. See if you can push yourself.
It's more than 25 feet away from me.
It is, yeah, but make me an athletics check. See if you can push yourself without needing a dash.
Can it be acrobatics and I can parkour that shit?
It's really about whether you can push your body to run faster than you can on your turn.
All right. Let me see. Athletics, I'm not great at that. Oh, but I rolled a natural 20!
Well, that's pretty useful.
Go.
All right, I'll say that without needing a dash, you can push yourself the necessary distance. I will say at the detriment of you kind of giving away your position a little bit more. You're still invisible, but now you're clack, 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 clack across the stonework. People can hear you as you sprint. And you managed to get there with a bonus action left. Bonus action,
and
see if you can unlock him.
19 plus 11 is 30.
Click! With very little work at all, you've now done this 5 times. You know how these locks are working, and
I
click.
figured them out.
And the last of the ghosts leaves. You see the Dragonborn Paladin, the Warlock, and the Aarakocra Rogue, all the ones that are alive. Their eyes seem to come back to themselves, and then they just drop unconscious onto the ground where they stand. And the direwolf, being that it's tied to the Paladin as his greater familiar, also stops attacking. The panther and the giant badger have just been conjured from a bag of tricks, so they're going to still keep attacking, but you can deal with those very quickly. So we handwave you, dismissing a couple of bag of tricks animals, and you're left in a room with a stairwell at the back that leads up into the circular tower.
Can we keep the direwolf? Can we keep him?
You can certainly try. It's the Paladin's direwolf.
I am great at animal handling.
All right, let's roll an animal handling check. See if you can take control of a spellbound direwolf.
I also will cast Speak with Animals with my primal awareness.
Hell yes.
Hello. So I'll be like, so it starts kind of sounding like weird little growls and whatever, and she's like, "Oh, are you all alone now? Would you like a new friend?"
My father's died.
Goes over and sort of nudges the Dragonborn.
Why won't he wake?
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Death is a very natural process that happens to us all.
Why?
One day we'll all go that way.
Will it happen to me too?
Maybe someday, but not today.
But
Would
I'm
you
a
like
spell.
to come with us?
I'm just a spirit, he tells me.
You're so much more than that.
Make an animal handling check with advantage.
Nice. I already have advantage on it.
Nice. Make it with double advantage.
Nice. Double advantage, a real thing. So that is a 29.
This direwolf is now your direwolf. He will last for as long as the Find Greater Steed spell lasts, and then he will die when the
Cool.
Oh, it's gonna be so sad.
I will summon my Drake companion.
Drake
and
direwolf.
I will be like, "Look, here's a new friend," and I'll just have my little guys running and playing together as we move through this castle.
As they run and frolic, playing together, they go to the back and sort of bust open this doorway to this spiral staircase leading up into the tower, and out from that thing, like skittering cockroaches, these small creatures with like carapace. Actually, they're relatively large compared to like regular pests. The carapace-like bug-like creatures with long feather-like tendrils from them, and as they run past the unconscious paladin on the ground, they sort of one of these feather-like tendrils sweeps across it, and you see the armor on his body starts to rust. You realize you're probably going to want to get out of the way of these rust monsters here. And you start to make your way up into the next room. Dave and Dredd, you're heading into the foyer, presumably.
Yeah, definitely. So as we're walking in, I'm gonna say to Gary, I'm gonna say, I forgot to bring up about the invitation, wanting to come to poker, but I bring it up next time I speak to Azzy.
Oh, that's fine. I don't play poker. I'd rather stick with checkers. However, while I come inside, I am going to walk briskly, not rush, because, I don't want to trip, but walking briskly due to the thunder noises that I heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as I do, I do take note of the beautiful 19th century Parisian doorway.
Yes.
And I'd like to use my inspiration skill from Dread to try and fix the Art Nova door hinges.
Of course you would. What tools do you have proficiency in that would come in useful here?
That's a good question. Hammers?
You have hammers. What about Smith's tools, Tinker's tools, anything like that?
I have.
Oh yeah.
Carpenter's tools.
Smith's tools. I got those.
You got Smith's tools? Excellent.
Yeah, sure.
Then yeah, sure. Sure.
Well,
I have them
can't
in
find it
my
on
inventory if
stupid
you would
D&D
like to borrow.
You've got some. All right. Make me an appropriate check then. So I reckon this is
Nice.
going to be strength based because you're all trying to lift the door back onto its hinges. You're also using your
Good.
proficiency
+1 to my
because of
strength.
your-
Very good. Very good.
So you got a +7.
Natural 20!
Nat 20 on fixing a door. Nat 20 plus
That
7. You got
fucking-
27.
Those hinges are gonna be so good.
It's pretty useful. It might even be solid enough that the door, when closed, acts as a bit of a load bearing situation because some of these pillars were damaged from that thunder damage before.
Very nice. I will go ahead and use my bonus action to appreciate my work.
GM, may I request a skill check, Arcana, to see what type of magic is holding this tower together?
Sure can.
Yeah. That is going to be a 21.
Colstar Stonehenge. Nice. 21.
21
Arcana check. You can tell that it is definitely an abjuration type of magic. There are elements of transmutation in it as well to give the stonework the structural properties, the material properties of stronger materials than the stone they're made of. But then the actual, on a grander scale, it's held up by protection magic.
Hells yeah. I'm gonna look over to Gary. I'm gonna say, "Oh, Gary, if we wanted to, if you wanted to, we could just dispel the tower. Maybe I don't know if it will work, but if we dispel the magic, perhaps we could do like a controlled demolition sort of thing, if that's up to code or consideration."
With a smile on Gary's face, I'll kind of look over to Wolfrin. We'll look up at the building and say, "Yeah, there is some magic in these old bones. Let's leave it."
All right.
It would definitely require significant paperwork to apply for controlled demolition.
Controlled demolition of the tower here.
Sure that you
It's
have to
not
make sure that you
sanctioned.
evacuated
Yeah.
you evacuated the area. Make sure that there's
The
not
zoning,
in the house.
the zoning is
It's-
just, it's way too much.
I look over and say, does this have some sort of like historical status or like?
Yeah, maybe it's ruins and it can therefore be, you can't tear it down.
Put a plaque on the outside
plaque on
to
it.
officially mark it as a historical building so it can't be knocked down.
All right, moving up into the next room, you find that there is a fucking hell. You find that there is a puzzle. There is a puzzle room. It's a circular room, and there are 5 plinths set equidistant apart from each other. Stone pillars that have on top of them a little model or a diorama, and each of the 5 pillars also has an attached bowl hanging off of the top of it. Each of them has some different objects inside of them. In the center, written on the floor, right across the stonework of the floor, is a single sentence: "One cannot hope to achieve more than a 3 creen without fuel for the brain."
What?
One cannot hope to achieve more than a 3 creen without fuel for the brain.
I know 3 creen because I'm a wild spacer.
And Minari's
I
knows it as
also
well.
know 3 creen.
No, I don't know the language. I just know that I know who they are. So you actually know the language.
I know the language. I speak the language.
Yeah. Is it possible for me to do some sort of like history check to see if I know anything about the 3 creen and this is like a common tone of phrase or something like that?
Unnecessary for now, but I will let you do so if it becomes necessary. What I will say is in the chat there is what you see written, because unlike when spoken, you can see that the homonyms do not translate to written word, and you can tell that there are numbers.
Wait, what's
1,
that?
2,
What?
3,
Hello?
4.
Oh.
Stream chat.
You can tell that there is clear indication that there is some sort of a number relation to this situation. and with it,
fuel for the brain.
the thing the thing that you know then, Dread, is that the three Kreen are not exactly an intelligent species. They're technically sentient and sapient, but they're not known for their scholars or anything. They're very fundamental in the way that they think. They have insect brains, and so it's basically just saying like you can't expect to achieve greatness without fueling your brain with puzzles, and it's indicating that there is some kind of a puzzle here that you need to solve in order to pass on. There is no other doors or stairways leading up into the room above, it seems.
Well, you said there were 5 pillars?
There are 5 pillars, yes.
The first thing I notice is that in the sentence has the words that there's a sequence in there, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that we can all see that.
And you can probably
Good job, Wolflin.
Thank you.
Words of affirmation go across much better in Minotaur. They just have a much more poetic.
It's a very positive language.
It's a positive language.
Yeah, it is.
Very comforting.
On the 5
Question
pillars.
for the DM.
Yes.
Is how well lit is this room?
Not as well as it should be. There's there's definite tripping
lanterns
hazards. There's lanterns. There's embedded gems in the stone wall that are illuminated, but a few of them are out.
Is that more Gothic or neoclassic cupola?
Much more Gothic, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to be consistent throughout. You would see that the first of the plinths has a little stone table on it, like you'd find in a laboratory. It looks like a little lab scene, and there is in the bowl next to it a series of tiny little meeples, almost like little golem-looking creatures. In the next plinth, there is a almost Mr. Potato Head-esque Hydra body, and in the bowl next to it, a bunch of Hydra head and necks with like little pins that you can place them in. And the next one, there is a tiny little figure of a warlock, and around his chest, in this sort of like aura, around his chest and shoulders, in this aura, there is like this this board for placing in little orbs, and there are tiny little shadowy orbs in the bowl beside him. On the next one is an hourglass, and the top of it has been removed. There is no sand in it, and it's just an open hourglass with the glass acting a bit like a bowl. And in the bowl beside it, gold coins. And then on the last plinth, there is a little demonstration of a Tarask. And the Tarask is in the midst of a big roar, and so its mouth is wide open, and it's got you can see all the way down into its gullet, like where its stomach would be. And in the bowl beside it, a lot of little wooden cutouts of little blood drops.
There's a lot to consider here.
Well, do we all want to work on them together, or do we want to just each take one?
I'm going to.
Okay.
I dash forward.
I'm going to start smelling things.
You start smelling things.
Yeah.
What are you hoping to achieve?
So and then as I'm smelling things, it's like, well, that wizard always said, follow your nose. If you don't know, I can't. Do I smell anything that might?
You do not smell anything that would be anything other than a red herring.
Yep.
You smell some red herring.
Hell yeah. Okay. Shoot.
I go up to the Hydra.
Four bowls, right? Yeah, I'll go to the Tarask.
I'll go to the hourglass.
All right.
All right, I'll do the warlock.
Okay.
That leaves the laboratory for Dave.
I will go to the last one.
You'll go to the
Insert
laboratory.
thing here.
Yep. Go to the little diorama of a laboratory. What are you all doing at your respective things?
Am I meant to feed you the blood? I reach down and pick up one of the blood droplets that are cut out. What does it look like?
Yeah, you pick up one of the little blood drops made of wood or something. A tiny little token almost.
I'm gonna put it in the Tarask's mouth.
It falls down into the little belly. You can see it in there.
Does it rattle inside?
It does rattle inside. Like it doesn't. The Tarask doesn't come off of the plinth, but you can kind of push it back and forth. It kind of wiggles a little bit, and you can see it kind of moves around in there.
How many am I meant to feed you? I put another 3 in for 4.
Another 4 go in.
Do the coins fit in the hourglass?
Yep. The coin.
I will
the gold
put
coins go into the
Yep.
hourglass.
I'll put 4 coins into the hourglass.
Clink, ting, ting, ting. 4 coins sitting there comfortably.
The Hydra, does it already have 1 head?
It has no heads.
It has no heads, and there's a bunch of heads next to
Just
it?
the body, and it's got a bowl of heads to add as many as you want.
Cool, I will add 4 heads.
You put 4 heads on the Hydra.
Are we doing 4? Is that what we're doing?
Try 4.
All right.
It wouldn't
do
make
4.
sense if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because there's only 4 in the message, but 5 things out here. So, you know.
I do 4 orbs.
4 orbs. As you pick up the orbs, you notice that each of them has a little note written on it, just like a little label. Things like Eldritch Mind, Agonizing Blast, Bond of the Talisman, Devil's Sight, Eldritch Spear, etc. You can also see that on the wizard is a big number 17 on his chest. And you put 4 of these orbs around the wizard's head.
How many things are around? He has a number 17. How many?
He has a number 17 on his chest. There are about 20 or so spaces around him. And
It was a warlock, not a wizard, right?
Warlock, yeah.
Or interchangeable. Warlock, okay.
Hey, so I got a number on mine. I have a number 17, and then I have. So maybe I put 17. He's got a number.
Is this some
rest
kind
of
of
you-
joke about a level 17 warlock and what spells they have?
Oh, it absolutely is. How many spell slots does a level 17 warlock have?
4, I think.
4.
The things I
I
will remind you,
believe so.
the orbs have written on them: Agonizing Blast, Armor of Armor of Shadows, Devil's Sight, Eldritch Spear.
They have 4 spell slots, but obviously those are all invocations, so I don't, like, you know, they have, what does that mean about being 17? I don't know.
We gotta try and remember if any of these have connections to the game, right? Because they
all
all
do.
have their own little. Yeah, they do. What was the Taras
It's been
question?
so long.
It's been over 6 months. If we'd have
You
scheduled
could
this
simply
sooner,
put
it'd be
4
easy,
and
wouldn't
find
it?
out for now.
I should have watched the Dash last night.
So he has. So they have 4 spell slots, but they have 14 known spells.
Oh.
Right, but like
The
Agonizing Blast
Hourglass-
is an invocation
the-
versus like something else which would be a spell. So it's possible that like we're not looking for invocations, we're looking for the ones
We're
that are spells
looking
specifically.
For spells.
The hourglass
Do we
was how
have a
much is
list
an
of all
hourglass
of the ones
cost?
that they say?
Nope. All of the ones in the bowl, you look through them, and they are all invocations.
They're all
Oh,
invocations.
they're all
okay.
invocations. Is this
Um,
one maybe the 0?
I'm going to.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4?
Maybe it's how many cantrips that they have? That would
GM.
still only be 4.
GM, is it okay if I do a history check to remember how much an hourglass costs?
Yes, it is. Make
Okay.
a history check.
Oh, fuck, I
Yeah.
forgot
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a history check.
Oh, god damn it.
That's
I can't
21.
remember what the Hydra question was.
I know the answer because I looked it up. Is it okay if I just roleplay that out, or
Yeah,
do you want to?
yeah, you roleplay
okay.
that.
Okay. Atlas, try putting 21 coins. Sorry, not 21 coins. 25 gold coins in the hourglass.
Live. 6, 7, 8,
You get to 25.
10.
You put the 25 in. You also see on each of your plinths underneath the bowl there is a small like button that you can press once you've put in the amount that you think is correct.
You get 7 invocations at 17th level, so it's possible that that's the thing.
I will continue to put the gold in my pocket and then
the rest in your
push the
pocket. You push the
and
button.
then push the button and then
the top of the hourglass appears above, locking in the gold coins, and then the hourglass seems to glow like a golden light.
ooh.
Right, good. Now, what are you confounded puzzle? Trask blood? I can't remember the Trask question. You guys remember the Trask question?
I
Was
don't
it
know, but
resistance?
a Hydra has 9
HP?
heads, right?
Well, a Hydra in mythology has 9 heads, but I'm pretty sure
5.
in It's 5 heads in
Yeah.
in
five
D
in-
in like officially in D&D. So
But the thing is,
I'll
was that the
put
question?
5 heads in,
Okay,
and I'll
cool.
push the button.
And
Yeah,
the heads all seem to meld or weld themselves to the body as soon as you press the button, and then it sort of animates and it goes, and you can see its eyes are golden.
So the Trask was either how many hit dice it has or how much HP it has, or there's not.
I don't remember a HP question.
How many? I don't remember that either. How many like blood droplets are there?
Yeah,
There's
can
a
I
lot.
count how many? There's a lot.
There's about
enough.
100. There's about
Hold
100.
on, wait. Here's the other thing. We could always, and Atlas isn't suggesting this, is just in general. We could always solve the lab one and then just put one at a time in
And just
the
keep
turn.
pressing the button.
Press the button.
Right. We haven't done the warlock either yet.
Yeah,
The lab, the warlock, and the Tarrasque. What are you doing?
What's the
Well-
redescription of the? Okay, sorry.
7. It was set. They have 7 invocations.
Okay, so you put 7 in.
We talked about. So we want to try 7. All right.
You put
I
7.
put
I
in
think
7.
if they're all
You put
invocations,
7
like, that makes
invocations
sense.
around this level 17 warlock. You press the button, and the warlock seems to come to life and just like open his eyes, and his eyes start to glow golden as the invocations are locked in place.
Right.
You got a Tarrasque and a lab. You've got a bunch
Can
of
we get a-
little golems in a bowl next to the lab, the sort of lab where a wizard would raise
yeah,
golems
but-
in the first place.
Okay, cool. So there was a golden
that one's
question.
easy. This one's easy. The lab's easy. Okay, hold on. I think I got this one. If I remember correctly, can I try and seduce the bowl?
You can. That is how you do it. Well done. Make a seduction check.
Nothing is hotter than a health and safety inspector.
Health and safety inspector seducing a bowl of golems.
If that doesn't get you going,
You
I don't
guys
know
in the
what
chat
will.
know the answers. You can tell them.
And you said seduction, so
Yeah.
we'll go with that. Ooh, I don't have it. That's going to be a 21.
A 21. 21 is very seductive. You see as you're rummaging through these bowls to see which golem you want to seduce. You see that there is a clay golem, there's a flesh golem, there's an iron golem, and there's a stone golem in this bowl. And you seduce them all with a 21. They don't seduce you back, or they don't seem to care at all because they're inanimate little.
Not even the
figurines of
flesh golem?
You can definitely seduce my flesh golem, babe.
Wow.
Well,
you take out those 4 different types of golem in this bowl, and you place them on the little table in this lab to seduce them. And then as you sort of lean forwards to seduce them, what is your seduction technique as Gary?
If I wouldn't know any better, this is a typical regulation 4549. A little too hot.
And as you say that, your elbow clicks the button, and the 4 types of golem that there are in the monster manual start to glow, leaving only the Tarrasque.
beautiful.
All right, Tarrasque.
Blood inside of the
I
Tarrasque's
have
belly.
no idea what the fucking Tarrasque question was.
Yeah.
I do not remember jack shit
I'm
about that. Was it the
I'm just gonna
AC?
try putting in 30, like the rest to make up 33.
33.
And then I press the button.
The
33
Tarrasque.
for what?
The Tarrasque seems to. It bites out at you, and you take.
Oh my!
You take 3 points of biting damage, and then it returns
Silvery
back to itself.
bobs!
Try
Silvery bobs!
Try
Was it just
25.
automatically?
It was just
okay,
an
try
automatic.
25.
Do you think
Okay,
it's
cool.
the CR of the Tarrasque?
Could be
'Cause
the
that,
CR.
Was that the question? What is the CR of a
it's their
Tarrasque?
AC. Try the try.
Do
25.
the orbs? Does the Trask poop?
It does not. The three that
Okay, so
you,
do I have to reach in to get out
you
the?
can reach,
the
you
get
can
out?
reach in to get them out. You start to
Okay, I'll
fish.
get them all out. Yeah,
Fish
start
them all
fishing
out.
them out. Yep. Okay, so you want to try 30?
No,
25.
25.
25? Okay, I put 25 in, and I press
And then
the
if that
button.
doesn't work, we'll try 30.
It bites you for 8 points of damage.
Ah, confound you! Ah!
Sorry.
Take that out. My hand's bloodied at this point. Right.
You are not unbreakable.
I'm gonna try 30 and press the button again.
That sounds like the
Bites you.
question we
Bites
had.
you for 5 damage.
Really? What the fuck was it?
What's the total damage, by the way?
Wasn't it something about stomachs?
You're putting blood into
What?
its stomach. This
can
the total
swallow
damage
you?
was what was it? 16, I think you've taken now.
16. Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah. No, it was. Wait. Wasn't it about. damn it! Why don't I pay more attention to Rob?
I mean, it's Rob.
Okay. We've already tried 30 though, so it's not the Constitution modifier. Sorry, not
also,
modifier.
yeah.
Score. Oh, you know what? I'll try 3. Put 3 in and press the button.
3 in, press the button. You take 9 points of damage as it bites you.
You know, I'm just used to it at this point.
It's just like, oh, yeah.
Like around this plinth, are there any hints?
Right. Is this like Taskmaster, where it's like written somewhere on the actual thing?
You guys make an investigation check. Whoever wants to check this this particular.
Okay. Yeah, I just tried for its legendary resistances.
I got a natural 20 on my
shit!
investigation
I'm sure yours
check.
is higher
Holy
than
shit.
mine. I got a 24
16.
total.
So it's 27 total investigation.
All right, you can see that there is a mechanism within the Tarask's body that would allow for the stomach to be pushed upwards, up through the gullet, the esophagus, and push out anything that's left inside of it out of the mouth. You can see that whenever it hits the right thing, that's probably the thing that triggers. It ejects whatever is in the stomach.
What'd I say? It was the stomach. I knew it.
Whoa. Is it how much damage you have to do to get out of a Tarask? It's fucking.
How much damage you get done inside of a Tarask?
Dude, put 60 in.
I put 60 in, and then I pressed the button.
And as you press the button, the Tarask's eyes start to glow golden, and then it goes and then all of the 60 blood comes spurting back out of it. And then as you've clicked all 5 of the pillars, you hear this grinding of stone in the ceiling as it starts to turn and revolve this circular stone tower down towards you. Seems like it hasn't been used in a while, and out of it comes a couple of these insects and rats and things, and then one gelatinous cube slops out and
Did
just
we get everyone unlocked?
heads on down the stairs.
Yeah, we did that already.
Okay. I didn't know if we had gotten every
all of
single
the
person.
souls. Yeah. And you beat my number puzzle. Well done. The next room up, though, you can hear as you start to ascend the stone stairs. There is this growling of noise and definite creatures that live in this room. And as you get up there, you hear a programmed illusion voice say, "Be careful. A fiery temper could shock the wrong person. Don't force it. Take a moment to cool off." And then as soon as you enter, and then as soon as you enter the room, you see a troll, a black pudding, and some skeletons. Roll initiative.
Oh shit! What was the order that you said? It was. Say your words again.
Say your words again. Be careful. A fiery temper could shock the wrong person. Don't force it. Take a moment to cool off.
Okay.
You post that in chat.
Right.
Yep. It's gonna
I got you,
there we go. Okay, cool.
And it was a troll, a black pudding, and a
bunch of skeletons.
A bunch of skeletons.
Bunch of skeletons.
Are they spooky and or scary?
Oh, we get a plus
spooky,
6 still,
scary
right? Yeah.
skeletons, yeah.
Or was that just a one-time thing?
Yeah, it's
That's
plus
up to
6
code.
whenever you're within 60 feet of him.
Damn it! I rolled another 1. Are you fucking kidding me?
I also rolled a 1, so.
So 10 total for my.
22.
I got a 21 and an 11.
Nice.
25.
21 and 11. 10,
Everybody adding 6 to their
25.
initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, so like fiery temper, the troll is like fire damage, right? So shock the wrong person. Don't do fire damage on the troll.
With a 25, that was Stag, was it?
Yeah.
All right, I think you're up first.
Does Xanthi get the surprise action or round or something?
No,
Or is it
you
just
guys
your
are
I
all
just go
aware
twice
of each
this
other.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything between us and them?
Nope, you're all in the same room. It's a relatively small circular room. There's like, it looks like the troll was once chained up in here and has since like broken it off and has just kind of been walking around, just kind of living his best life. Looks a little bit like he's probably starved to death if it wasn't for the fact that trolls can regenerate. So he's been regenerating his own flesh as he's been starving.
Poor
So he's
bud.
a little, Yeah, he's not been good. And then what's his face? The puddings and the skeletons, obviously, they don't need sustenance, so they've just been left in here with that gelatinous cube that kind of disappeared.
Sweet. All right. Atlas is going to look at the others.
Designation Atlas. Figure this out. Quickly.
And I'm going to walk into the center of the troll, the skeletons, and the black ooze, and cast. Basically, you watch as like Atlas's chest pulls open. You see this crystal kind of emerge outwards, and then this, boom, as I'm going to cast Otluk's Resilient Sphere on myself.
Nice. On yourself, even. Boom!
Yep.
Just pops himself into a bubble. Atlas is unbreakable.
Yeah, Atlas is unbreakable. And yeah, just basically, I'm trying to like basically just be the closest and most vulnerable target to all of them as they like, just get like even right up in their grills, like. Yeah.
Nice. All right. I didn't get yours, Wolf. Sorry, what was yours?
22.
22. Excellent. So you're going to go next. Wolf, you're up.
All right, Wolfrun's going to move forward, look at the monsters, and then having the word in his mind, he's going to say, okay, then let's try this. I bring my hand up to my shoulder, and as I do, I trace a crystal along it, and then I flick my hand out, and as I flick my hand out, you see this arctic frigid wind sort of like push out from my hand, and I'm going to cast Cone of Cold. I'm going to over-channel it as well, or overpower it, doing a total of 69 damage.
Nice.
Jesus.
Yes. But as I do that, I'm also then a spell sculpt around my friend Atlas, the Unbreakable.
All right, so this was 69.
Why? I'm in an indestructible bubble.
Yeah.
All right,
Because I want to show off my features.
Oh, okay, I see. So do I.
Because he wants to look cool, Dag.
Let me
Jesus
look
Christ.
cool.
Yeah, leave it, man.
I thought we knew how to work together by now. Shame.
That's 69.
We're
nice
out of practice.
damage
We run a
69
bakery.
damage. Yeah, it's
to
crazy because
everybody in the room, like it's a cone, right?
to everyone in the anyone.
All the monsters and your friend, but he's in a thing and you.
Yeah, our spell sculpts are on that. Yeah, because it's 8d6, which is 64, and then I have my my overpowered evocation, which is +5, so 69 exactly. So
Nice.
I thought that was funny.
Right.
Nice.
That is very nice. So leaves him hit with. Here the troll is still standing, but only just it seems for now. And then the puddings. All right, we will work that out. Sam, if that's so,
I've still got one more thing.
All right,
I look over, seeing the troll still standing. It's troll is the only one standing, correct?
I'm just double checking that now. I think the pudding might still be up. Yeah, the pudding's still up as well. Bunch of skeletons of all.
They're all gone. I'm gonna go for the. I am gonna go for the troll. I'm going to gesture up to one of those motes or lights from before. I'm going to point my finger forward, and you're going to see one of my my stars fly over as a bonus action. Shoot, was that? I just got to find exactly where it was, because I think it's like 40. Yep. Sorry, give me a sec.
Oh, good.
Yeah, forward.
On deck.
Yep, here we go.
And you're invisible still, presumably.
Do you have greater
That's going to be
invisibility
20 to hit.
or just normal invisibility?
It's got a cloak of invisibility.
Yeah, but does that give greater or just normal?
It just makes you invisible.
Just makes you invisible, yeah.
Act like the spells, it just says
So
you are invisible.
I guess technically it's closest to greater, because if you attack whatever, you don't lose it. So 20 to hit.
20 to hit. Which one? Sorry, either one.
The troll.
Yeah, the troll that hits.
That's going to deal 22 damage.
22 what damage? Force damage?
I believe. No, wait, it might be. It's radiant, so sorry.
22 radiant damage, okay. Cold, and then radiant damage. Light burns from him. Still standing.
Hell yeah. Alright. Alright, I had my turn.
Alright, it's Santh, you're up.
I'm gonna hit the troll with my boomerang.
Nice. As soon as it leaves your hand, becomes visible again. You have. I'm going to say you have advantage on the attack because it didn't see where it was coming from at first.
All right, I need you to understand how ridiculous this is. I rolled a 1 and a 20 on my die.
That's a good spread.
So a 32 to hit.
Let me just double check. Yep, that hits. Yeah.
And it does mean, because I had advantage on the roll, that I not only double the die that I roll for regular damage, but also double my sneak attack dice.
Oh yeah, and I do brutal criticals, so you max out everything you could have rolled, including the sneak attack.
Let's go.
And then you
So
roll it once on top of that.
I have 20d6.
Yep, which is 120 damage.
120.
And then just 2d4.
Wait, no, your sneak attack is 10d6, right?
It's 10d6.
Yeah. So you max out that, so 60, and then
So
another,
60,
and then you
and then
roll
I roll-
10d6 on top of that.
Okay.
He's got 3 hit
So-
points left.
6 plus 6.
Is this the troll?
Yeah.
So
He's already
Love
dead.
plus 5 plus 4, 12, 17, 21, 25, 28, 31, 36.
We just want to know. Just know
Yeah.
It's
what
more
variety
fun
you
to
roll.
roll
7.
dice. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
And then, hold on, 37
Still going.
plus 4 plus another 4. So 37 plus 8
Is
is
45.
45 plus 6 is
51.
151 points of damage
151 points of damage?
with a boomerang.
As you throw it, you see that the troll is his body all frozen and like force damage, radiant damage, all of this. It's starting to like
Bounces around inside of him.
it's starting to stitch itself back together as troll regeneration is happening. But then the boomerang smacks him so hard through the head that his head just comes off and hits the ground. And the
Amazing.
boomerang, with so much over damage, I'm going to say that it is. You can also make a second attack on the black pudding as it comes back to you.
Hell yeah.
Great.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
No,
Let's
I
go.
thought I rolled another 20.
You shit
Another
me! You
natural
got
20?
2 20s on the roll with the same boomerang attack.
Oh my god.
Holy
Boomerang's
fuck.
overpowered, man.
Yeah, boomerangs. It's the way to go, everybody.
This is
Everybody
why I
from now
chose
on.
this.
Everybody from now on gets a boomerang.
That's the
as,
new
as part of
meta.
the meta. Yeah,
The new
part
meta.
of the.
So,
Part of the
so
min-maxing.
base damage, does it have more than 60?
It has the boomerang.
70
The
damage.
boomerang. The black pudding has 26 hit points left, so you
Okay,
definitely
well,
overkill that as well.
I did a yeah. I
You-
did 70 plus whatever I then roll.
What damage is the boomerang? Is slashing damage? It makes sense to be slashing damage. Either that or
Yeah,
bludgeoning.
slashing.
Is it slashing?
Oh, I think it's bludgeoning.
I would think
actually.
bludgeoning unless it has blades.
It does not have blades. It's bludgeoning damage.
Boomerang, more like boomer dang. Nice.
Hey, Boomerang.
It's bludgeoning.
Yeah.
All right. Just plowing with force into the side of the black pudding rather than slitting it with a slash.
No,
You see
not
that
force bludgeoning, Rob. Come on.
Yeah.
hit with force, lowercase f, boom, into the black pudding and just splats it everywhere. I'll say that somebody's gonna get some splat damage there because that is, you way overkilled it. Anyone with a blah 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 acid damage, I'm gonna just, each of you can roll a dexterity saving throw. It's gonna hit you for some acid damage as it splats.
No, thank you.
It's a good thing that my little draconic buddy is a acid boy.
Yeah, little acid boy.
Will protect me.
7.
And it's a good thing that I erected my safe space.
It's a deck saving throw. Is that what we're
Dex
doing?
save, yeah.
Atlas is unbreakable.
Oh no, that is an
7 for Wolfwin.
31.
Alright. Nice. Anyone,
That's
anyone,
11.
anyone under a 15 is gonna take
Wolfwin
9
got a
points of acid damage.
9. Okay. Ah, my good robes!
Just acid splats over you. If you made the save, you take half of that, so 5 points of acid damage, unless you
Hell
have uncanny evasion,
I have.
or you're in a bubble. Also, that
Oh no, I don't have evasion. I just have uncanny dodge.
the bubble is splattered with acid that just kind of like drips off of its surface as if the bubble is hydrophobic.
Oh yeah, I love that.
That is Santh's boomerang attack. It is now the black pudding's turn. The black pudding is deaded and has no regenerative abilities, so that is gone. Santh, it is your second turn.
Oh my god.
As the
What's
boomerang
left?
comes back, immediately back to your turn
I
again.
just grab it. Is there nothing? What else is still in the room?
Nothing. The
Us.
corpse of the
Each other.
troll, and that's it.
Alright, so then.
Well, that
nothing
feels
else.
like.
Nothing else seems to be happening in the room. There's no other
Are we still in
routes to the
initiative?
surface or
Yeah,
anything?
we still seem to be in initiative though.
Did we win?
The gelatinous cube was there for a moment, but then was gone.
That just was flavor because gelatinous cubes came up as a question, and that I needed to include them somehow, but I didn't want to fight one.
Did any of the black pudding acid get on the troll corpse?
No.
I kind of love that we're in initiative still, and the reason
it went through that round, and then the acid's a different projection.
Different trajectory.
The reason we're still in initiative is because the battle music's still playing. It's like, well, this is clearly not over yet.
All right, is there anything you want to try and do, Santh? As you can
I would like to try to find
an ominous
a way out.
reason. All right, make an investigation check on your turn.
We're still in initiative. What?
Yeah. Investigation. 17.
With a 17, you can tell that there is another similar circular stone slab in the top, in the roof, but whatever triggers it has not triggered. You can tell where you need to leave this room from, but not how to get it. That is your turn, Jacqueline.
Cool. Okay, so I am going to cast Produce Flame. I'm going to bring it up in my hand. And you said that there's is like another plinth, or like is there like any type of
the plinth
slot or anything?
It was a pretty much straight flat open room that had a couple of chains around the wall to keep the various monsters tied up, and the troll has smashed one of them off.
Okay.
You can make a nature check for me.
Okay, I can do that. I'm proficient in nature checks.
Proficient?
Yeah, you are.
Proficient in all checks.
That's a nat 20, baby!
What the fuck is happening with all of these 20s? You,
so it'd be a 30.
Yeah, with a 30.
Yes.
You're level 20 adventurers, you fought trolls before. You realise that the thing that it was hinting at on your way in, it mentioned a bunch of different types of damage. And you know that the skeletons are immune to poison and they're vulnerable to bludgeoning. You know that the black puddings, if you do slashing or lightning damage to them, they split in two. And if the troll does not take fire or acid damage, it will regenerate. And it only dies. It only dies if it begins its turn after having with 0 hit points and after having taken fire and acid damage. And as you look down to the corpse upon this realization, you see that its head loose at the side and its body have both started to kind of like jitter back towards each other, and it's like its arm is starting to look out and try and find its head.
Knowing that, could I say that instead of casting Produce Flame, I cast Primal Savagery instead?
You can do so. I mean, you can with Produce Flame as part of that. You can throw the fire.
No, I know, but I would rather do acid damage because I think it's more fun and lets me say something about my character.
Okay, sure.
So, because we just took all this acid damage, whatever, Jacqueline's going to kind of swipe part of it and kind of gather it in her hand, and it's going to kind of coat like the edges of her fingertips, and kind of like in the parts where she got dotted with acid, there's like little spots of like black scales that you see.
Nice.
And so she is going to use basically this acid and Primal Savagery to attack it. Do I have to roll to hit?
No, you tear at the corpse of this this troll that you can see is kind of twitching in the direction of its head to try and like reach out and grab its head, and you can see it's burning away.
I do 21 points of acid damage.
As you do 21 points of acid damage, the troll starts its turn after yours on 0 hit points. Its regeneration doesn't happen because it took acid damage before its turn, which means it does not regenerate, which means it's dead. And as soon as the troll's life leaves its body, descending down from above the stone staircase to the next room. Congratulations.
We did it.
Hells yeah.
We did it.
Let's go. I high five Santhi.
Yeah.
I hold up a high five, but you don't see it.
You all just feel the high fives. I go around and high five.
It's just invisible high fiving, even if your hand is down by your side.
I'm okay.
We'll give you.
I don't bring down the bubble as she goes to high five.
I go
and she
up
hits
Gary
the
a
bubble,
high five.
and isn't the bubble? Doesn't it say like specify it weighs like 5 pounds or something, regardless of what's inside it? It says something about the weight of the bubble. So as she high fives it, you just start to like.
Yeah, it does. It does mean I can roll. It's weightless. Yeah.
You start to fall, and then you have to hamster ball it. Can you make me a dexterity check, please, as you are hamster balling inside of this bubble?
23.
All right, you managed to stay on your feet and like clang, 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 and you roll towards the stairs that have descended and try and roll your way up. The people behind you push you up.
You just hear Santhy's little voice go, "Oh, sorry."
You arrive in the next room. You see that there are 8 pillars surrounding you. Each has a different coloured gem atop of a symbol on each of the tops of the pillars, and written around the room is a riddle of sorts. It says, "Both channel the divine magic, but where the other is an extension of nature's indomitable will, this one is an extension of their own. However, for all their might and power, this blind spot remains. Perhaps they should go back to school." And I'll put that in the chat.
There are
It's
8.
like that's so many words.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that up because that did not rhyme, and that means it's not up to code.
It's not a
Definitely
riddle
not
unless it
right.
rhymes.
So there's 8 pillars, right? Yeah.
8 pillars, yeah.
Cool. Let's all do some magic, baby.
All right.
Now,
Investigating them.
is that Roman pillars or Victorian?
They're Ionic, it seems.
Very nice. Okay.
The pillars around, you can see, have a symbol on each one. Each of them has a different symbol and a different coloured gem. One of them has a shield. One of them has a portal. One of them has a skull. One of them has fire, a love heart, a mask, an orb, and a human hand with bear claws.
And you said that there was how many pillars? 5?
8.
8.
8? Yeah, 8. Okay,
One
so 8
for- one
schools.
for each school of magic, baby.
Yeah.
And then the different gemstones.
And then the different gemstones.
Do we all? I mean, like
Colours and
out-
sizes of the gemstones are irrespective to the puzzle, and I don't want to give you a red herring at this stage.
Do we have? I mean, like just like to everyone who's here in terms of magic-y stuff. Do we have something that falls into each one of these schools that we can use here?
I'm mostly evocation. I will say that.
I've got a bunch of variety stuff.
I do too.
What are we
think-
missing?
Let's see.
Does anyone have
So okay, we
illusion?
need abjuration.
Abjuration, conjuration,
Conjuration. We need evocation. I have
Evocation.
conjuration. I have evocation.
illusion.
I got
Divination.
I got transmutation.
I
I've got
have
abjuration.
I think I have divination. Guidance divination. Yeah. So I just cantrip wise, I have divination, evocation,
got enchantment.
transmutation, necromancy.
You guys, I feel like Ruby Rod because I do not have any magic, so I feel like I'm just by all of the.
All right.
You could.
all
How
of
about
the-
we-
to
you
be
have-
like,
you have the
Corbin, my
most
man,
powerful
Corbin, my
magic
man, I
of
have no
all.
fire.
You can try. Ruby Rod.
The power of friendship,
Friendship,
and the sweet,
yeah.
sweet boomerang.
You can help by trying
boomerang all of
to.
them.
You can
The
help by trying
boomerang
to
was the real
interpret
friends we met along the way.
You can help by trying to interpret the riddle if you wish.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
okay.
rather than going through our entire spell list, let's just do stuff. So I'm gonna
Is
go
it
to the
8?
shield.
So
8
you're gonna
different
drop the
colored
ball?
gems.
I'm gonna go
by
to
the
the
way.
yeah.
You gonna drop the ball?
Yeah, I'll drop the ball.
Bubble pops.
Actually,
and clang.
before I drop the ball, can I just try rolling onto the sphere, like, because it is an abjuration, so I
You
mean.
roll up onto the sphere and it just butts against the pillar.
Okay. I'm gonna try using okay.
Chat
I'm gonna.
just said the boomerang counts as all schools of spells.
It's a universal magic.
That seems real.
All right. So the
from
hand
doing
that
like
turns into a.
2 nat 20s in a row, I think it is magic. I think it's a
Yeah.
magic.
That's very true. I'd love to see if that's a hat trick though. Like I don't
Yeah.
care what she throws a boomerang at. Okay, I'm gonna go to the claw hand thing.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and cast control flames onto the gem,
All right.
or like channel my
And
magic.
control flames is a transmutation cantrip, correct?
It is a transmutation cantrip.
You try and you think about controlling flames, and as you do so, the magic seems to leave your hands. You can see like threads, almost like touching one of those plasma balls, leaving your hand and hitting the gem, and then the gem starts to brighten in the center, and then it dulls again.
Okay, so we need something more powerful than the cantrips. Maybe.
Hey, thank you for the gifted subs. Yes, it seems like maybe you need something more powerful than a cantrip.
Okay.
That makes my life a little bit harder because I only have first level spells.
Okay. I think I've got some of this.
I
Not happily though.
I have abjuration. I have a first level abjuration. Most of my spells are first level, so I might be able to tank some of this.
Well, let's
But I only have
try
first
the.
level.
There was tokens, and there were gems, right? So like there's the bear claw, or is that something that's carved into the pillar?
Those are on the pillar.
Yeah, on the pillar already.
The bear claw thing was a symbol carved into the pillar on which the gemstone was sitting. The one that you got to.
Let's try the level 1 spell first, Jacqueline, if you can.
Okay.
And that way,
will...
if it's still not enough, we need to use the high level ones.
Okay, I will go up and I will rub my hands together and I'll smack the stone and I'll cast Inflict Wounds.
Inflict Wounds. Which one are you going to?
The one with the skull on it.
The one with the skull on it. You're casting an Inflict Wounds. What level spell is that?
It's first level.
And what school of magic?
It's necromancy.
As you channel this inflicting wounds, what does it normally look like when you inflict wounds on somebody? Like, is it a visible thing of like your veins popping and then reaching out and?
I would say it's kind of more of like an energy that kind of swirls around her arm. So and normally if it like goes into someone else, these sort of like gray, black, ethereal like mist almost kind of goes in and just almost seems to like wring them out.
Yeah.
But there's not anyone.
You see
there,
that happening.
so.
All the precursors to that are happening, and you reach out and touch the gem, and it seems to like almost go into it and wring it out, and then you see this gem light up, and then it stays lit.
Cool.
Okay, sweet.
I'm going to look towards like which one do we think is the enchantment? Because I can't remember
the heart.
The heart. I look over to the heart, and I'm gonna go. Silvery Bobs.
Now, Silvery Babs is a reaction to somebody attempting a thing and failing.
Oh no, you are
succeeding.
right. There's a trigger. Okay, so like
you cannot just cast it unless you've seen somebody succeeding at something.
It doesn't work, and
You're
I'm just like
trying, and you're trying to picture the gem.
Fine.
You're like trying to picture as if the gem had tried to do something and failed. Also, you're like, no, it's not working.
What has to happen for it to? Is it an attack?
You have to.
It can be anything. I think the reactionary just doesn't work.
If you see somebody succeed on a thing, an attack roll, a saving throw, or an.
No! Technically, if you guys try something and you succeed, I can then give it advantage. Yeah. I'm going to look over and say, "Do something." I don't know. A backflip or tell me a joke.
I'm gonna drop my hood and
you
just
become visible.
Yeah, become visible and just like parkour off some stuff.
Make an acrobatics check.
And I shout with my bonus action to give her advantage because I'm like, you can do it! And use the help action from my mastermind ability.
15 plus 11 is 26.
26
okay, I'm going to Silvery Bobs that.
Whatever you were trying to do. He's Silvery Bobs you, giving you disadvantage. You have to roll again.
But I gave her advantage with my help action.
You did not. You did not. You did not help anyone to do parkour by shouting words of encouragement.
Can I give her a little boost? Can I just lift up her foot?
I don't think that would help.
So as you're parkouring off the pillars,
I'm doing it like
I send out the
so that
sparkles.
it's lined up with the proper one, so that when you shoot at me, it like I could like flip back out of the way. With a 12 plus 11 is a 23.
Okay, so
still a successful flip. You do a cool ass flip. The Silvery Barbs does not target the gem. It targets the person who succeeded. So you make her like trip a little bit, but she still looks cool as she does it.
I then target the gem and give the gem an advantage on its next skill check.
The gem is not a creature.
Attack roll.
You cannot give it advantage on anything.
That didn't work.
Atlas is Atlas is gonna walk over and just comfort.
Cool, though.
You looked amazing.
Atlas is just gonna comfort Wolfwind a little, like hand on the. It's fine. I'm gonna just cast sleep on the gem.
All right, sleep is an enchantment spell, right?
Yep. It targets creatures only.
Oh, that's true. It does target creature. In fact, in which case I will.
It technically doesn't like inflict wounds.
Yeah.
Like also
in this respect, it like the reason I said it was a creature, so you're giving it advantage because it doesn't make any checks. It doesn't make any
checks.
things.
Okay, fair.
Like you could have given it the advantage, but then it's not doing anything with it because it's not a creature. You can still target the gem for that. So the sleep exits your hand, mark off the spell slot, and the enchantment spell lights up, or the one in front of the yellow, the love heart anyway.
Yep. All right, I'm then gonna go over to the shield and.
You're just gonna let Atlas do all of them.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I have a free use of something that won't take spell slots, so I'll go up to the divination one.
All right, you go to the divination.
That's good because I don't think I've got divination.
All good. Yeah, I'll cast. This is actually a 2nd level spell, because that's the only use of it I have. But it doesn't cost a spell slot because of primal awareness. I'm gonna cast Beast Sense, 2nd level divination spell.
Is this a thing that is a once per day ability or something?
It is once per long rest. Yeah.
Once per long rest. All right, so it does affect then because the product of what it's sapping at is actually that it's something that is using up some sort of resource from you. It's feeding off of something like your energy, your abilities, and it's using that. So if it's a once per long rest, it can work. You see that gem light up as well, and what was it? Sorry, divination. Yeah, it's the one in front of the orb.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Which ones are left?
So we still have the shield, which is abjuration. We still
evocation.
We need evocation, conjuration, abjuration, and illusion.
Illusion, yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to the illusion.
Have we done
one
more?
more.
We did.
I'm gonna take out.
I think we're missing one.
So illusion's not done yet.
Illusion's not done
not
yet.
done.
So I'll move over and I'll start ritual casting magic mouth on the crystal.
Ritual casting, so you start doing that. It takes 10 minutes for you to cast while other people are waiting, and at the end of 10 minutes you cast and it sort of like lights and then goes out again because
so
it didn't use up a resource.
Full magic.
Okay, so it's this. I love how you're trying to just like strip us of all of our spell slots going into this.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? It's a level 20 campaign. Gotta strip you of something.
So we've
It's
done
okay, you guys. I have
enchantment.
this boomerang.
You got this.
Okay.
We've
So
done enchantment, divination. We've
necromancy.
done
We did necromancy as well.
Yeah.
Necromancy's done, okay.
Use one of your many level 20 spell slots, Strit.
They're mine! I love them! I need them!
I'm only asking you for a level 1 spell slot.
Alright.
I will look over towards the evocation one if it hasn't been done yet.
Evocation hasn't. It's got a little picture of a fire on it.
Yeah, sick. I'm going to cast magic missile on it.
Using a spell slot, right?
Yep.
Yep. And as the magic missiles form in your hand, they don't manage to take full form before they sucked into the gem and lit up.
Nice. So what's left?
Illusion's
Conjuration, abjuration, illusion, and the fucking I can't remember what the last one is that we have to do.
Transmutation?
Conjuration, abjuration, transmutation, and illusion.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to the the portal.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast Tidal Wave. I might tell everyone to step back because I don't know what might happen with that one.
Mark off the spell slot, and then as this water seems to fill up around you, and it seems to almost spread out from you, and then it immediately gets sucked back into the gem, and the gem lights up very bright.
So
Steve, don't you also have spells?
Oh yeah, I got lots of them.
let's just leave.
Feel free to chime in at any point.
What do you have left?
Abjuration, conjuration, illusion.
No, I just did conjuration.
Abjuration, transmutation, illusion.
Yeah.
I'll go up to the abjuration one and say, looks pretty solid. And I'll tap my clipboard on it, and you'll see a golden glow begin to around it. Better be careful with this one. And I'll cast alarm on it.
All right.
Nice.
Mark off the spell slot, and the abjuration one lights up. You've now just got conjuration and transmutation and illusion.
Transmutation.
I have both of those if no one else has them. But
I'm looking now.
I do have them.
Well,
but,
Dred, didn't you have an illusion spell that you just tried to do as a ritual, or can you only do it as a ritual?
I have to have it prepared, but I didn't prepare magic mouth, so I'll need to prepare it. Right? Okay. So I can ritual cast it without preparing it, but I can't cast it without. Yeah.
If you mark off 2 level 1 spell slots, I'll allow you to use the energy of 1 to prepare the spell, and then use the spell slot.
you can literally cast magic missile at will. What are you?
Also, he's got like level 9 slots and shit that he hasn't used.
We're literally at 3 hours.
Yeah, we're at 3 hours. What do you think is going to happen?
All right. I marked down 2.
So you use up one of the spell slots to prepare Magic Mouth, and then you use the magic from Magic Mouth to which is an illusion spell, right?
Yeah.
I need each of you to make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Oh.
16 for Atlas.
Wisdom.
14?
18 for me. Also, wait, aren't we like next to paladins? Don't we get buffs
yeah,
to
paladin
our,
shit.
like our saves?
Yeah, what's the charisma modifier?
Actually, yeah, I'll give you guys a +1, I think.
What's Gary give us?
What?
I'll see how it is.
What's your charisma score, Gary?
My charisma score?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. So you all get
plus
+3
3
to
modifier.
Yeah.
And then do we get to benefit from 2 at the same time,
No.
or is it only 1?
Just
Okay.
one.
Paladin's deck with 2 paladins.
20.
Okay. 21 for
17
me.
then.
21, 17, 20. Dag, what was yours?
17.
17. And Dave, what was yours? Wisdom save.
That's going to be a 26.
26. All right, everybody under 19 failed, and it becomes frightened for the duration. You also take...
Oh, I'm sorry. I have advantage against being frightened.
Oh,
I'm
excellent.
a halfling.
So roll again then.
22.
Wonderful. So you do not get the frightened fear. That is only, I believe, Atlas that failed that. 16, 26, 30. You each take, however, 30 points unless you succeeded, in which case you take 15 points of psychic damage.
I was like, I'll take 5.
15 points of psychic if you succeeded, 30 if you did not, and as the illusion spell goes into the gem and then rebounds and poof, casts a 9th level weird on each of you.
Oh, nice.
And you realise that the riddle, as it were, was talking about both can channel divine magic, but where the other is an extension of nature's indomitable will. You think this refers to druids. This one is an extension of their own. This one refers to paladins. Paladins channel their own indomitable will. Their blind spot remains, however. They should go back to school. Paladins can cast every school of magic except illusion. Illusion is not there are no paladin spells that are illusion spells. And so as you tried to erroneously cast an illusion spell into the thing, it triggered a trap, leaving only transmutation.
Clever. All right.
I am a dungeon master.
Smacks top of the pillar. I'm just like, I just want to get out of here, and I'm gonna do create or destroy water on the transmutation one.
Yeah, nice.
And as that final one lights up, the next room opens, and you enter into the final chamber.
I am going to cast Lay on Hands. Bring myself back to full hit points.
Back up to full hit points because Atlas is unbreakable.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that too, and I'll just like brush off my vest and be like, ugh.
If anyone wanted to heal me with their cool paladin powers, that would be cool.
I do the heal dance as well.
Anyone? Paladins? You have 2 paladins in the party.
Nah.
We're not healing.
You know,
the party.
a little bit.
I'll heal Wolfwood for 10 hit points.
Thank you.
Fucking 10. How much have you taken?
You
Like
have
40.
100 fucking points in your
I'm
fucking
76 now.
Look, I also took like 20 damage for Jacqueline. Just saying.
I'm on 149
I'll give you...
and 182.
What do I get out of this?
a kiss on the cheek.
To end
Aw.
the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, you get all of them. You
All
need,
right.
what, 76?
Jeez.
I don't need all 76. I
All
need 37? 37.
37? Yeah, I can do that. Can do, baby doll.
Can trip.
I need 33 if there's any floating around extra. Don't have to. It's
I
fine.
will reciprocate your high five that you tried to give earlier.
I'm still holding my hand up at this
Still,
point.
he's been
yeah.
And
he's
then,
been
and then
left
I
hanging.
realize, I'm like, oh, I get my hand sanitizer out, and then I'm like,
As we're getting to the top of the tower, can we like tell that we're getting to the top?
Yep.
it's the last
Sweet.
one, I think.
I'm gonna very surreptitiously cast True Seeing
Okay.
on myself, which is gonna last for an hour.
Cool.
I mean, where's Asmodeus? Coming. Must have got busy.
He's doing his thing, man. You've
doing
not been
his
in this
thing.
tower
Stood
for
up,
very
bro.
long.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna cast.
He's
You're not
busy
gonna
boy.
cast it?
Running the
Busy
whole-
boy doing busy
whole
things.
hell. He's
I shrug my
said
shoulders.
he'd help you out. He'll help you out. All right. as you enter this last floor, you can see that this corridor is open in front of you. On the walls, as you pass, you can see that there are murals of historic nature, outlining the fact that the Kraken used to be served as a weapon of the gods, and Illithid, aka Mind Flayers, used to enslave and drove mad the Kuatoa. You see displacer beasts originally hunted unicorns, just all sorts of little origins of different creatures.
Weird
Eventually,
that your world has the same lore as the Forgotten Realms.
Weird,
That's so
weird.
strange.
And as you get to the end of the corridor, there is a single door with a crystal doorknob trinket in the center of it, and you see written on it in a language that none of you speak, because this is written in Hadazi.
You're such a fucker. You're such a piece of shit.
I was like, there must be one language she doesn't speak, and I went through the entire list, and I was like, the fuck is Hadazi? I was like, oh,
it's
monkey
the
people.
Monkey language.
Yeah, monkey people. Yeah, okay, they'd write it in Hadazi. If anybody has any sort of,
good.
if anybody has any comprehend
actually.
languages. Yes?
No, I'm just kidding. I
I don't have it prepared. I don't think.
If you want to spend an extra spell slot to prepare it, Dread.
As a side note, just in preparation for going into this room, and also in frustration because she's like, I can't believe I don't know what that is. She's just gonna, on her shirt, there's like a little stitch of a rune in giant, and she is going to like tap that, and it's gonna glow, and there's gonna be like this kind of like frostiness that goes over her. She's not doing the giant's might. She is using her frost rune, so for the next 10 minutes I get some stuff. So
I will in fact use the second level spell slot to do that.
You prepare and cast the comprehend languages so that you can read the Hadazi on the door, and it says, if you befriend Tjiraka the blue Draco Lich, speak his languages and enter.
I'm gonna say that to Jacqueline, and then look over her with like a
if you can
crap-eating grin.
If you can speak the languages of a blue Draco Lich,
then
you can enter the room.
I mean, okay, I'll try Draconic first, I guess.
Yes, you speak Draconic.
I do.
You see some of the top locks shift back.
Okay.
Ooh, can I walk up and try Minotaur?
Moo. The door does not respond.
Moo.
Damn it. Thought I had that one for sure.
I'm thinking like Draco Lich undead. Maybe I'll try Abyssal. Let's be like beep boop boop.
No response.
I'll just speak common and just be like, hello.
The final locks open to the door, and the door swings open.
Oh, so good.
As you speak common and draconic to the door.
I'm just mumbling. I'm just going like through celestial, like Dalkir, deep speech, druidic, dwarvish, elvish.
All of the different languages, but common. And then Atlas
then,
walks up. Gang, gang, gang. Will you please open for us?
And he just turns to Jacqueline and says,
Atlas is unstoppable.
and then I'll walk through the door.
You walk into the next chamber. You see it's poorly lit. There's holes in the ceiling from all of the unregulated building work that's been done.
Christ.
Sitting on a table in the center of the room, a skull looking back at you, flaming, and you can tell that this around him is the almost withered to dust once corpse of the rest of the lich, as only his skull now remains. This demi-lich looks across at you, and you can see that he has no walking speed, so he can't move. And he says, You finally arrived. Let me put myself into something a little more comfortable. And then he whistles, because you wonder how he's doing that without lips, but he can do that with magic. He whistles, and a curtain pushes back as something moves out. This large orb-like creature moves out from the curtains. You see it floating there with 10 tentacles above it, and a giant eye and mouth in the center of its head. One of the eye stalks points at the Draco Lich and picks him up off of the table, hovers him over towards himself, and then another eye stalk hits it, and it enlarges as he places the Draco Lich over himself, and you have a Lich Beholder to fight.
Oh,
and that is where we're going to end the session, because we're all out of time.
I do want to say that in that moment, as the camera was pulling back, because it's the end of the episode, Xanthe does pull out her boomerang.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna say also that Jacqueline just like tries to sneakily slip the letter onto the floor like it's been sitting there.
Like it's been there the whole time. I will have Sarah, just as we're wrapping up here. If this is the third attack in a row for your boomerang, you haven't attacked anything with it since. So if you get a nat 20 on this attack, you just insta kill the demi-lich beholder.
Let's fucking go, Sarah.
Well, and I have advantage, right? Because I'm invisible.
You're invisible,
So he doesn't
so I
know
will.
that
Yep,
I'm
you
there.
you are invisible, and he doesn't know you're there. So you have advantage if you get a nat 20 on this attack. You are shitting me. You cannot be true.
It's a heart when you roll it.
Oh my!
Yeah!
Wow. I mean, don't offer it if you're not willing to follow through on it. So
Yeah.
that is fucking obscene.
It's ridiculous.
As the demi-lich helmet over this beholder starts to put its helmet on and like turn towards you, flaming in this skull with eye stalks around it. This boomerang comes out of nowhere from the side of his room, not having seen that there was an extra one of you there. Boom! It just smacks right into the beholder's eye, cracks some of the occipital bone and everything of the demi-lich. It just spins the beholder around, and as he falls, the boomerang comes back around and smashes him from the other end. And then you all just walk over and fucking stomp on his body.
Like, yeah, fuck you.
And
I
just
grab the
to
bag
stab
and
him
devour
with my
it.
trident.
And not that it matters at all, but as this happens, I'm also going to use Tenz's transformation to just turn into, like, the big Goliath thing that I've been saving up since the start of this goddamn thing. And yeah, basically just turn my leg into a jackhammer and just...
You see, Sokka would be proud. Yeah. You get from his loot a supreme potion of healing, the highest of the potions, of course, and the bag of devouring that you need for the hag lady. Also, one of you gets attacked by a mimic, and because none of you are size gargantuan, it can grapple you because that's the minimum size that a mimic can't grapple. And then in the epilogue, the ceiling bursts open, and a pit fiend flies in there with a vase in his hand, and he says, Asmodeus said to send you this. It is some kind of funkatantary.
Greg, is that you?
Wolfwood! Hey! He hands you the demi-lich's phylactery so you can finish him once and for all. He clasps hands with you and starts playing poker with you.
I'll see you Saturday. We're playing. I'll bring snacks.
We do like a Magic Girl outro where we're all like casting all this magic shit, and then Xanthi's just like boomerang.
Boomerang. And then
the
you
boomerang hits the camera to end
I'm
it.
going to. I'm going to save. I want to use one last thing as well. I'm going to cast Wish. I'm going to cast Wish so that boomerang goes down in time as a artifact. So I'll leave that for you, GM, to homebrew.
You can only roll natural 20.
3 nat 20. It's a nat 20 boomerang.
You didn't want to wish for an extra hour? I mean, just saying.
I don't think I can affect the meat
you get
space.
sent back to your respective bodies, and you wake in the bakery to find that the rest of the quaint little town has been rather concerned because you're the only bakery in town. And then there was some earthquakes happened, and then they went to see you, and you were all just dead inexplicably on the floor of your bakery, and nobody knew what to do. And you all come back to your bodies just in the middle of your own funeral services. And
it's like a group of other adventures.
Also, the bakery is half burned down because the cinnamon rolls just like set fire to the whole thing in the oven.
Oh, I set the automatic timer because
yeah, but
the Atlas is always forgetting.
It's automatic until there's a point where the cinnamon rolls themselves caught fire. So the oven turned off, but there was a big tray of cinnamon rolls in there that were on fire. So.
And then in the final moments of the epilogue, Bastion and Jacqueline go on their first date.
Yeah, they go on their first date. And that's where we'll leave it. Thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Thank you for joining me way back in April for my birthday thing. And
hell yeah.
Hope it is worth the wait for.
Whose birthday is next that we can then wait 8 months to?
Well, technically, mine just happened last month, so we've got 7 months to plan.
7 more months.
7 months.
We got this,
got it.
everybody. As we leave off, then, thank you to the people in chat as well. I was keeping up with your chat, even if I wasn't had the time to respond and everything. Thank you for all of the donations and the bits and the subs that have come in. Appreciate all of the support. This is what I do for a living, so I do appreciate all of the support. Speaking of what you do for a living and where people can see your content that you create, let's go down the line. Let's boomerang it from the other way around than before, and we'll start with Mendari.
Hello, hi. I'm Mandari. You can also call me Faye, because that's my real boy name. I am a D&D streamer and content creator. I predominantly make most of my stuff over on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Mandari, which is spelled Mendarii. I do a lot of world building and do a lot of like lore writing, mechanic design, and I post basically all of that up on my Patreon as well. My link tree should be in like the players command, and you can see all the stuff that I do there.
Wonderful. DM Dave.
Hey guys, I'm DM Dave. You can find me mostly in Faye's chat over at twitch.tv/Mandari. That's Mendarii. Thanks for watching, guys.
Also, you can find him at Careful Cantrip.
That too.
Where he DMs the game and also does world building on Sundays. And then they have an art show on Wednesday nights.
And we're doing Funge and Feud again. Woo!
I get to be a part this time.
Wait for Funge and Feud.
I feel bad because Sarah's not in it.
Dread.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm known as the Dreaded GM, voice actor, storyteller, and GM with Dreadlocks. If you want to see what I'm doing, head over to Twitch, Dreaded GM, where I run games, I do homebrew and all that fun stuff. Or if you just want to keep up to date, I'm pretty active these days on Twitter, so at Dreaded GM at Twitter, if you want to see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm very lucky to be able to do these things with these wonderful people, as it's my career as well, and I love sharing this space with them so very much.
Thank you very much. Dag.
Hi guys, I'm Michael, Dead Aussie Gamer. Honestly, just Google me. If you want to find me regularly, I'm on twitch.tv/Dead Aussie Gamer. Yeah, I mean, look, do you really want me to spend another 20 minutes on this? Or you can go check me out on Careful Cantrip, where I play a character with Dave as my wonderful GM. And Quincy's Tavern. There you go, done.
And Sarah.
Oh, hi. I'm Sarah Moore. Facebook is Actor Sarah Moore, and everything else is Pixies and Pins, including my website, which is pixiesandpins.com. Go check me out on Sarah's Table on Friday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific.
And if you are here from my community but haven't yet checked out of these people, you should know that I wholeheartedly give them my endorsement. If you like my taste in what I do for a living with the D&D stuff, and you like my take on things, it should hopefully hold some weight that I personally endorse all 5 of these people. They are not only incredible content creators, but also people that I consider friends. So go check them out for sure. All of the support is important for us to actually keep making the content that we keep making. We need you guys to watch it and enjoy it and tell people about it. I am Robert Hartley, GM.
Back my Kickstarter, please.
And back the Kickstarter, which a link to which will be in the chat right about now.
Right about now.
So, brothers,
Fancy got there ahead of you.
Fancy's
onto it. Thank you very much, Fancy.
Thank you, I love you.
I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I'm a professional dungeon master. If you are here from any of these guys' communities and aren't yet following my stuff, stick around and drop me a follow. You'll see when I go live for various different things. I do D&D related content lots of times a week and on YouTube as well. One final thank you as well to my moderators. Thank you for all of the work you do to keep my community safe and happy and all of that stuff, and all of the work you've been doing in the chat today to make sure that people are behaving themselves. Thank you, mods. You guys rock. All right, let's leave it there and send off somebody for a raid, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Be safe out there, everyone.
Don't trip or something like that. Do you like social media? Of course you don't. But you use it a lot anyway, don't you? Because it's addictive. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Robert Hartley GM.